What's going on, guys? What is going on? What is going on? You know who the fuck it is. Tuned into OK Let's Talk TV. That's where you tuned into. And today, we're going to have a conversation. We are going to have a conversation today. And I have a guest that's going to join into the conversation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait until she can come in. Let's see if I can get her in here. All right, cool. We got. So yeah, today we're gonna have a conversation. A lot of
Hey, hey,
oh,
hello.
we got her in. We got her in. We got her in.
Hi.
Oh, let me take the headphones off because I don't know if it's Bluetooth. So yeah, we have a guest today. I don't know if you want to introduce yourself for the people.
Sure. Hi, my name is
Yeah.
Erica. I am into media. This is my thing. I love to debate about these things. I love to get my point of view, my opinion. Yep. And I'm kind of new to social media, trying to get my followers up and all that good stuff. So, in my
Cool,
opinion,
cool.
it's my opinion.
It's just her opinion, guys. You know, she well,
Yes.
how we met was she had a post, and correct me if I'm wrong, Erica.
Okay.
She had a post where it was saying it was stating that even a strong, independent woman that can take care of her own, that takes herself out to dinners, that pays hundreds of dollars for her nails and makeup, and pays for herself to go on trips. Even when a man is vetting her, he has to pay for everything on the date. He has to vet her, and that's the correct way to do it. So
Yeah.
we're gonna have a little back and forth because I have a few points of contingency when it comes to that.
Right.
So that's how we met. She had a post like that. I had commented, and we just exchanged words respectfully, and
Right.
now we're here. You know
Now,
what I'm saying? So let's revisit that. What kind of break down what you meant by in that post.
so what I mean is, it's so simple to me, but for some reason, it's not simple for independent women and for men. It's not simple for them because it's really, to me, I feel like if a man, what I have found out over my years of experience and being around women and men is that men never mind paying when it's a woman who they're attracted to right off the bat. So I feel when a man really wants to get to know you during that courting stage, he should pay because guess what? They will pay. And it's been shown time and time again that if they're truly attracted to you and like you, they have no problem paying. They don't care what kind of job, career, what you bring to the table. They could care less. They'll do it. They'll pay.
Okay, you brought an important word up, courting.
Courting.
Court. Do you know what that means? Give us the definition of courting.
In my opinion, what I feel like the courting mean is getting to know someone, not going steady, not having sex, not just literally. I see you. All I got is physical attraction. I am going to introduce myself, or you introduce yourself. I get your number. You get my number. Can I take you out on a date? That
That's
first.
not court. That's not courting. That's hooking up. Courting,
No, I
by
think
definition.
hooking up is more. I get your number. You get my number. We go Netflix and chill. I feel like courting is let me take you to a date and let me have a conversation with you to get to
Okay,
know.
I get that. I get that. But you know, I guess that would be called vetting, in my opinion, or by definition. When you're courting a woman as a man, you're looking to marry and pursue this woman. You're looking to get in a relationship with this woman. You're not only looking to have sex with her. And I say that for a reason because there's a lot of men who only want to have sex with you guys. A lot of men court you, quote unquote, because they want the vagina. So that being said, there's not a lot of men courting you. What do you say to a man like myself who wants to court a woman, yet she's allowing other men who don't necessarily want to be with her? They just want to pay until they get the box. What do you say about that?
I feel like that is really not your concern. That shouldn't be where your focus is. I feel like a man should
Well, no,
never,
not for me, not for me, not for me, because I know what's going on. I'm speaking on you guys. Like
like,
you
okay,
have
I mean,
A over here. He wants to court you, and then you got the rest of these other guys whom women like to entertain, and they don't necessarily want to court you. They're just paying for dinner so they can hopefully have sex with you. How do you guys maneuver through that?
Well, as a woman, I would say, first of all, please don't give your box away for a dinner. Because number one, I do believe that there is a dinner, there is a, um, I'm sorry, I got something going over here, but it's like there is a certain type of woman who will just use a man from, dinner and give it away. But I feel like men, y'all, this is where y'all discernment has to come about with women, because there are women who will say, okay, if he take me on enough dates, I'll give away my box. And then there's going to be a particular man that I make go through. So y'all have to discern if she's saying, I'm making you go through it because I really like you, I see a future there somewhere, and the only reason I'm playing with him because I don't see nothing with him. So y'all have to kind of differentiate that when it comes to if a woman is allowing, making this man court her properly and making this man just, oh, he just can pay for a couple dinners and get a box. What do you think she's doing that for? I say she's doing it because she sees something in potential in you for future wise, and all she's doing is playing with him. If all she is doing is using him for, dinner and they're gonna have sex, I feel like that's her saying, I'm not really into him. I don't see no future in that. But a man, she's like, no, I want to actually, for him to take his time with me, get to know me, take me out. I'm going to have morals and standards and boundaries with him. I feel like it's her saying, I want him. I see something in him. I see material in him. I don't know if it's husband material yet, but I see some form of material in him.
See, that's interesting, and that's a very huge argument with women, because
Yeah.
women would do this. I'm glad you just broke that down.
Right.
Women will go out with men that they are just sexually attracted to. They'll
Mm-hmm.
go out with men that, okay, he looked the part, he got the swag, maybe he got chains on, maybe he's having sex with a lot of women. They'll have sex with him. They'll have a one night stand with that man, and they'll be
Mm-hmm.
like, "Oh no, I wasn't serious with him. I only had sex with him because that was just one night thing." But the guy that's actually good for them, the guy that's actually courting them,
Mm-hmm.
that guy, no, I got to make him wait because I don't want him to look at me some type of way. I'm gonna look at him. I'm gonna vet him now. See, and I ask you that on purpose because it seems to me that, you know, I don't think the responsibility is on the man to not want to have sex with you. What do I mean by that? Every man takes you out to have sex with you.
Yeah.
Every man.
Yeah.
Hold on. I don't care if he really likes you and he wants to court you for marriage. He still wants to have sex with you. Every man. It's up to the woman to be able to read which man is going to put that ring on the finger or is going to treat her right.
Right.
What do you say to that?
I say it is. I'm going to say this. This probably might give you a little something. I feel like a lot of the times women don't know what they want. And what I mean by that is so important to know what you want, because a lot of the time women have put what the perfect man is in one category. I've been taught that you find the perfect person for yourself, but women have put all a perfect man can only be one thing. That's it.
That's
She
true.
don't. So he has to boom, 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 boom. If you don't have what's in this perfect man, she looks at you like you just a playing game. You just somebody to have sex with because you don't fit what the society has said a perfect man is. But once we mature and grow up and go through that, we learn like there is no such thing as this perfect man. I find the perfect man that fits me. But before you can find that, you have to know what you want and who you are at that moment. Not who you inspire to be, not who you hope to be, not the woman you encourage yourself to be, who you are in that moment. And that would encourage you to understand what you want. Because if you only want this perfect generalized man, you're never going to find him. So every time you meet a man, he don't fit this exact check box that everybody says is perfect man. You're like, well, I'm just going to use him for sex. I'm just going to use him for money. I'm just going to play with him. I'm not going to take him serious. So this is why we have to get out of this category. It makes us not truly know what we want.
So who has to hold that accountability? Is that a man issue or is that a woman issue? I mean, of course, I would say
Well,
men need to read. I would say men need to read this and avoid these types of women. But who is the one that's causing these issues?
well, if you play a blame game, I'm gonna say you gonna say
I'm
me.
not I'm not
But
playing the blame game.
no, no, I'm
I'm
not
not playing the
particularly.
hold
I'm
on. Let me
saying
let
and
me
women.
say this. I'm not playing a blame game. What I'm saying is this. All right, you know what? Let's go there. We gonna go there.
Let's go there.
Before
Yeah.
we go there, let me go ahead and read some of the pinned comments. We got shout out to the commenters. Mega, what does it say? Mega says nobody that really likes you will put you through it or make you court her. If interest is shown, things will flow naturally. I agree with that. When a woman really likes you, and when a woman really like is feeling you, she's not gonna put you through hula hoops and all types of bull crap.
But can I say that?
Okay, go ahead. Yeah. Let's spin it right back up.
You think it's putting somebody through hula hoops just to pay for a dinner?
Well, I wouldn't say paying for a dinner. I think he was specifying the courting process, like, because when we were speaking about it, and you know what? Let's go there. Fuck it, let's go there. Who controls access to sex?
Women. 100%.
That's a question for you. Who controls access to sex?
Women. 100%.
Who controls access to relationships?
Men. 100%.
All right, so men are the ones trying to get relations with women. So in the dating market, who has more options, men or women?
Women.
So women are allowed to.
No, men, because there are more women than there are men. So I'm gonna say men have. See, that's a tricky
nope,
question.
because you fall. It's a tricky question.
Categories of men who can get more options than certain men can get.
A minority of 80% of women are dealing with 20% of men. So I know what men you're talking about. You're talking about a minority of men.
Right.
All right.
But a lot of women want that.
Women have more options.
But a lot of women want that man. The one that everybody wants.
Right. So a small percentage of men have a lot of options. But what about see, lady, y'all don't see the men that y'all don't want to have sex with.
Yeah.
You don't want to have sex with him if you don't like him. If you ain't, if he's not up to the standard, if he's not 6 feet tall, like you said, they done modified a man already. And the man that they've modified is a top 20% of men. They don't see the rest. So to women, it seems like most men with options, it seems like they have a lot of options because all y'all running to him, but y'all not looking at the rest of these guys. 30% of men today are virgins. 51% of men are childless and unmarried. They're not out here getting all the women. So what about those guys?
I think it just goes back to knowing what you really want. And I feel like if you're going to go to a date, if that's what we're basing off of, because all this man or this woman has to go off of is physical. And now what has entered the chat is social media. So she and he is going off of your physical and what you put on social media. That's all we got to go off of when we're first getting to know each other. Now, so it's like, that's why I feel like getting to know somebody, because this is why we got a lot of men and women got babies together. They don't like each other because they didn't know each other. They didn't even take the time to get to know each other. And I feel like if men would go back to just being like, I will handle this part, the woman can handle this part.
No.
So simple for me.
My problem with that is this. Hold on. Okay, I know there's been a lot of emasculated men. There's a lot of divas out here who were raised by single moms. By the way, let's point out where these weak men came from. It didn't come from the family order. It came from weak mothers. Okay, especially in the black community. 74% of children are born out of wedlock under mothers, not under fathers. So there's no order. I agree with you that a lot of men are weak today, and they are raised by mothers. So it's not necessarily. I'm gonna let you go, but But it's not necessarily about the men need to get back to this and that. There's men doing their thing. We're doing our thing. The woman need to get back in place. That's really what's going on. And real quick, I'm gonna go back to the dating market before I miss that point. See, you guys control access to sex, okay? So you guys have a huge role in the vetting process. Yeah, I gotta be the hunter, but you have to be the one to allow me into your world. So when you say things like, oh, you know what, okay, this guy, I'm gonna hold my pussy out for him because he seems like he's the good guy, but this guy, I'm gonna fuck him real quick because I don't really care about him, but I'm horny today. That's irresponsibility.
It
That
is.
is irresponsible.
I agree.
What you need to do is you need to preserve yourself for the right guy. That's not on the man. That's on a woman to do.
Yeah.
So when you say the men need to do this and do that, I get you, but it's on you guys to invite the correct things inside your world.
Yeah.
Am I right or wrong about that?
You're right about that. I do believe that, but you said something that I have to touch on because an older actually woman told me this. She said, "What you can never," and you said it, and I know you didn't mean it that way, but a lot of people say it. And she told me, this is an older woman, and she said, "You can never allow a man to be a man. He has to show up that way." So
Right.
that's why I say men have to make a decision if y'all want to be this, because you can't say, "I am the leader. I am who can protect you," but then say, "What do you bring to the table? Be
That
your."
look, but that's fine. But look what you're doing. It's fine, but we didn't even get there yet.
Okay.
I'm still trying to hold. I'm still trying to
But do
hold
you
you
think it's a
guys
woman's
accountable.
problem? Do you think it's a woman's problem or a society problem?
Well,
Because we have been told that we have to do it
let's
on
go
our
back. Let's go back to the original conversation.
right.
Dating. I
Date.
think dating is a woman's problem today because women are not responsible with their dating. They're
Mm,
allowing a small percentage of men, okay,
mm,
to in their world, and they're blaming these tiny percentage of men on all men. So
right.
when we're talking about dating, I don't think there's women that are courtable or marriageable anymore. I mean, hell, why do you think we say things like chivalry is dead and women killed it?
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about. So when we speak on the dating market, women are you guys control it more than we do as men. You guys control it far more than we do. I mean,
Mm,
hell, right now, a woman can be broke today, right now, and all she got to do is post a promiscuous picture on, and 15 dudes are in her DMs, and she gonna have a boyfriend, a sugar daddy, something. Let a man do that, and that man is gonna be called a bum. What I'm trying to say is, women control the dating market, not men. Let me read this comment, and I'm gonna let you go
mm.
real quick.
Okay. Go
Let
ahead. Go
me
ahead.
just read this comment.
Go ahead.
Uh, Theo Darko, shout out to you. He says, just as a man would build with a woman who's willing to cooperate, but most women wouldn't want to build with a man. I agree with that. Go ahead.
Okay. That's Theo. Thank you, Theo, because he always supports my videos. But I get what you are saying. I just can't make it. There's a part a woman plays in the dating problem.
Right.
There's a part she plays,
A
but
big
there's
part.
also a major part that the men play, because if she only has to post a promiscuous picture for you to end up in her thing and be willing to become her sugar daddy or her meal man or her man or her dick man, then what does that say about y'all?
It don't
Where
say, look,
is not
stop
you?
it.
I'm not saying you
Stop
in
it.
particular. I'm saying as men.
No, no,
What is
you could put me right in that boat. It
okay?
don't
But
say nothing.
does it say about men that y'all are so vulnerable and so no self control to be like, that's not what I would want to marry, so that's not what I'm going to invest in? Because men
Oh,
are, you are investing in your woman from the first date on. So what you put in that first date says,
no, 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 no.
I'm going with that. I'm sorry, I'm
I
going
know
with
you're
that.
going with that because
That's a
you thinking from you
that's
going with that
investment.
because you're thinking from the female lens and you're trying to place a
Absolutely.
female. Men, we don't do the same thing. Men
Absolutely.
and women do not do the same thing.
I
A
agree.
man does not. The man does not have sex with a girl on day one. Shout out to my boy Black Spotty guy in the building. A man does not have sex with a woman on day one and automatically want to marry her. I mean, maybe you got some simps that never had sex before, or maybe you got some incels that might do that. But a man doesn't think, "Oh my God, the pussy was so good, I want to put a ring on her finger." But women, in fact, a woman will have sex with a man on Monday and then on Tuesday she can't stop thinking about it. That's
Mm-hmm.
not how we deal. So what I'm trying to say is this: before you allow that man into your world, you have to be the one to make sure that this is the best situation. All you got to do is show me your butt, show me your titties, show me your promiscuity. I'm gonna get horny, and I can have sex with you and still have no feelings for you. I'm gonna turn around and go the other way. That's not how it works.
But But when, okay, so I know this has been before way before your time. The men have always been like, you show me this, ass titties, I'm gonna think you this way. This is how I differentiate how women are. But I'm like, when do men take this responsibility off of women somewhat? Because we, regardless of if women are wrong or right in today's society, it do feel like, and I'm not saying me personally feel this way, but it do
Go
seems
ahead.
like women carrying the world on their shoulders sometimes, because we're responsible of picking good
How?
men. We're responsible of,
How?
well, what I'm saying is, it because like you're saying, the dating is 100% on me, but you're also saying like, well, if she showed me her ass and titties, I'm going. But it's like, so when do you say I have self-control, and I don't need to, if you can show me your ass, that comes a dime a dozen, because it really do. Where
What?
it's
Well,
like,
the
thanks for
dating
showing.
is not 100% on you. It's not 100% on you. Okay.
Yeah, that's
All
what I'm
right.
like.
That's. I'm not gonna say that, but
But
it's
can I
mainly on you guys.
but
It's
can I
mainly
say
on you.
but can I say that let me remember this thought. Um why isn't men, because I didn't learn this way because of what's going on now. I learned this way because of my papa. My papa was like, don't you ever, pay for a date. Don't you ever not open your own door. Don't you, because he knew men, regardless if it was just ingrained in him or not, he just like, men have a responsibility. Because I don't think men be like, oh, that's my wife because of the first day conversation. But I do think men be like, I see potential. So you mean to tell me you never met a girl that was like, oh, she looks good, she talks good, she got this. I see potential in her. I ain't gonna necessarily say I'm gonna marry her or let her
Hey,
have my baby,
listen,
but
listen.
I
See, and that's the problem with today's society. Men are taught, right?
right,
We're taught how to be gentlemen, and we're taught we have to stay traditional.
right,
Okay. And then women are taught, make sure a man stays traditional. But what about the woman? They're not traditional. So I'm gonna root it back to the beginning of the conversation.
right,
In the beginning, it was about a strong and independent woman who has her own, probably takes herself to Dubai, probably pays for 5-star dinners. But as soon as a man comes in the picture, he better pay for that date. See, you guys have this strong and independent equality role today.
ooh,
You fought for that.
I don't
I'm,
agree with
I'm
that.
not look. I'm not saying you personally, but you guys, women fought for that. So we
They
live in
did.
a society where women are. There's no man and woman today. It's just human today. I mean, of course, we can separate the genders, but a woman could do what a woman does, a woman could do what a man does, and a man could do what a woman does in the workforce. For instance, a woman can work, she can pay bills, she can vote, she can get her own crib, she can get her own car, etc., etc.
Right.
So that kind of woman, okay, should not depend on another person to pay for food for her when she goes out. That's what
Why
I'm
do
trying
you
to
look
say
at
because we live in that society.
why do you look at it like a dependency more than an investment?
Do you know why? Because you expect me to play my role, but you don't want to play your role.
I get that, and I get that.
So if you want me to play my role, but you get to dabble around with your role, then you better expect what comes with not playing your role.
Right,
And
and I agree 100%. I don't like the thoughts of a woman or a man feel like we equal, because I believe what we bring to the table is balance. And when you start saying that I can do what you can do and I can do what you can do, it messes with the balance. Because I bring something that you can't bring, and you bring something that I can't bring. So I don't agree
right.
with, oh, all of humans is humans and men and women can do each other. Nah, I
Oh,
disagree.
so I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna ask you this question. Let me ask you a golden question.
Right.
You got a woman that makes 100K a year.
Mm-hmm.
She's successful. She goes out when she wants to, and then you have a man that makes 50K a year, 60K a year.
Right.
He got his own shit too, but he don't want to go on no 5-star dates. He don't want to do that. He's trying to take her to a coffee shop,
Right.
and she says, "You know what? I'm used to having steak and shit like that. I'm gonna go ahead and pass on that guy." But that guy could have been the right guy for her, right?
Mm-hmm.
How how do you expect men to want to vet women when we deal with these types of things?
Mm.
Because
I
again,
think
women
that.
women live a certain lifestyle. They're strong and independent, so
Mm-hmm.
they don't date down. If I go to Benihana's and get my steak, a nigga better be able to take me there or somewhere better. Because if he
Right.
take me to a coffee shop just to get to know me, then I'm not going back out with him no more, because I could take myself out to a better place.
Right.
This is the mind state that we're dealing with a lot of women. How do you expect a man like myself, or a man that wants to vet a woman, how do you expect him to pursue the dating market when we have a lot of women that think like this?
I feel like you should keep it simple. Like I said, do she know what she wants? Because if I make $100K a year and I know I don't want a man who don't want to take me on, I wouldn't even waste my time. If you say,
hold on, wait.
No offense.
Hold on, wait.
Thank you, but I want to be treated.
Let me stop you right there. You wouldn't waste your time with a good man, all because.
How are you a good man if you're not what I want? I'm not a good woman if I'm not what you want. This is what I'm saying. We got to know what we want, because good and bad don't have a language.
That's why I keep
what you don't want.
You can't look at it like men and women are not equal. We don't think the same. We don't look at life
but it's
the
about
same
what
way.
But what don't change is what you want.
Look at that. Look, check this out. I can take a woman out who doesn't have a job. She can live with her parents.
Exactly.
I still would take her out and I'll have a good time. And if she's the one for me, I would probably consider a relationship with her. A woman won't do that for a man that's still living with maybe his brother.
Probably not.
So we don't look at things the same. We do not look at things the same.
Not at all. I don't think, like I tell my fiance all the time, I work from 1,000,000 boxes. You work from like 4 or 5. Your simplicity, I'm complex. This is why we don't need to think that we think the same, we move the same, we work the same. There should never be a debate between men and women about what man, you telling me what you want, I should not be debating you about that. I should be telling you what I want. You know, it's a woman. So what I'm saying is about wants and unwants. There is a woman who says, you know what's popular right now? I don't want a man who's employed because I am an entrepreneur. Why would we get mad at her? She's just telling you, this is what I need to be happy. This is what I need.
How many women are saying that? That's not popular.
Well, a few that's entrepreneurs. Ever since B. Simone kicked it off, a lot of women have went back and been like, you know what, that's right, because as an entrepreneur, I can move how I want to move. He can't do that.
How many women right now, entrepreneurs, are married to unemployed men?
Well, I'm just giving an example of what I'm saying is how it's about. It's not really what's a good woman or a good man or a bad woman or a bad woman. It's about what do you want? What don't you want? Don't waste somebody's time. You can take a girl out who's unemployed and you don't feel nothing about it. That's fine with you as long as the vibe is right. That doesn't make you a good or bad man. It doesn't make you a good or bad woman.
But what I'm trying to say is this. A woman won't even look a man's way if he's unemployed for him to take her out on a date.
Yeah.
Like me, I can get to know the girl. I can talk to her. I'll ask her about her family. I'm interested in her. I can cake up with her. That's not happening with a woman that makes $100K with a man that's unemployed. She gonna tell him, lose my number. She's gonna say, lose my number. I don't want to talk to you.
That's a small case of women, because I know some women.
No.
Because I know some women who want men who are unemployed so they can kind of run them. And
that's a small case of women. That's anecdotal. I'm talking about a general. Majority. So you mean, all right, the majority of women out here. The majority of women out here.
I know more women who have more than their men, because women like to feel security. And if they feel like this man can't provide security, then I have to fully provide it. But what the man has to be prepared for is that she might start looking at you like her son. And that's,
or she might fuck around, sleep around, or she might leave you for a real man.
I don't think she'll sleep around or cheat around, but I think he has to understand that she's always going to want a certain form of control and leadership and submission from him. Because if you make a woman a leader, it's been said 1,000,000 times, I love women, and I'm not saying that we don't make good leaders when it comes to passions in the workplace, but we don't make them in the home. Because what we decide to do is like, everybody in here becomes my child, including you. So this is why I say pay for the date, men. Because regardless if she like, I got it, I ain't no bum, I'm independent, I can pay for my own date.
Men.
It goes back.
We live in we're not in 1920.
We don't
100 years ago.
We don't have
maybe in 1970 and 80. Hold on.
You just said that men never.
Hold on, wait. Listen to what I'm saying.
Okay.
We not in 1980. We not in 1920. We not in the days where there's chivalrous woman who's just looking for the right man to come through and talk to her nice and give her sweet words and give her the flowers and shit like that. This ain't the day. We not in those days. So I like you don't always have to pay for the date, okay?
I just
Because a lot of women today are using men. You said it in the beginning.
yeah.
Okay, boom. He not 6'3", he not what I like. I'ma just use him for a date.
Mm-hmm.
I'ma just use him. So you wasting your money if you think you're gonna pay for all these women today. And it goes back to what I was saying earlier. I'm not knocking you. This is a real good conversation. It goes back to what I was saying earlier. A strong and independent woman who makes 100K a year, maybe even 60K. Some of them don't even got that much money. They just sell wigs and probably, sell nails on the side, and they think they better than a man.
Right.
That woman does not look at a man that works at CVS that got his own car, got his own spot. She won't even look his way. She'll use him for a date, but she won't look his way because she got DMs and she got more opportunities, and she feel like, oh, you know what? What's good for me is not this guy. I need a guy that makes 100K. You understand what I'm saying? So it would be dumb for men to think today that you need to leave with your wallet and go head first and be like, oh yeah, I'm just going to pay for the date. These women, you guys don't care about dates. You care about the men that you want.
Yeah.
I mean, there was even a TikTok. This girl went on 7 dates. She went on like 7, 8 dates with all types of different dudes. They paid for, one of them even got her a purse. And she went right back home to her man, and that's who she spent her time with.
And this is the thing. Why are
and you mean to tell?
men,
Go ahead. Let me let you
why are
talk.
we mad at her? Why would
I'm
he
not
buy
mad.
her a
We're
purse?
not mad at her.
No, I'm just
We're
saying.
not mad at her. I'm
Why,
just trying to tell. I'm just trying to tell
why are
men
we not willing to?
we're
Why
not mad at her.
would he buy her a purse?
We're not mad at her. What I'm telling men is stop going in your mind thinking that, okay, I like this girl, I would have sex with her. Automatically, you should pay for the date. If you got strong and independent women who have all these options, they could pay for their date if they're not sexually attracted to you. If they don't have any intentions on dealing with you,
But
then
how
you
do you,
can pay for your own date, ma'am.
how are
That's
you
what
going
I'm trying to
to
tell men.
differentiate?
Men are wasting money today on these
So
kind
how
of women.
are you going to differentiate if she's serious or not? How are you going to differentiate it?
You can tell if a woman's serious or not. All right, let me give you an example. You take a woman on the first date. You don't get any sex, that's a sign. It's like, all right, cool. I'm not done. I ain't done. You don't get any sex, it's like, all right, cool. I ain't getting no sex. You turned me down. See how the vibe's going. See what the conversations are like. And if the only thing is you taking her out on another date, cold turkey, clear it. Leave. Don't even deal with it no more, guys. Don't take her out on another date. And if you do, go tell her she's paying for her own food and see how that goes. That's what I tell men to do, because we living in 2022 where women get to finesse men, women get to control the dating market, and men, we get called lame and we get called, simps, and then men are told, well, that's not her fault. Why would you pay for it? This is what we're telling men, but we're not telling women that you are conniving. We're not telling women that you need to approach the dating market and choose the correct men. So I'm here to tell men that don't leave with your wallet with these women today. A strong and independent woman that has her own most likely can pay for her own dinner as well. That's all I'm saying. I
Okay,
got the money to pay for it too, but
so
I'm
this is
just not trying to get cheated out my money.
this is where I will say I feel like men in this era in 2022, they care more about the label than what they really are. I feel like if you know what you want as a man, it shouldn't matter what she doing. If you pay for the first,
That's
but wait a minute, let me finish. Let me finish this.
that's destructive.
No, it's not. What I'm saying is, if the like you said, if the first day happens, she don't give you no sex, cool. If you read something in her, why would you take her on another one? Don't take her on another one and be like, oh yeah, you got to pay.
That's
You
what I said. That's what I said. Don't take on
don't
another
even
date.
take her another. Don't take her another one just to be like, oh, you got to pay for your own meal. Like, why would you? If you saw
No, you're not. You're
in
not
it,
taking her. You're not taking her on a date just to say you got to pay for it. You're taking her
but I feel
on the other date. You're
men,
taking her on that other date because now you got to see whether or not you're wasting your time. If you take her on a second date, that
all
second date ain't no. Hold
that,
on. Listen. listen, I'm gonna go back with it. You take a girl out on a date, you don't get none, you don't get no reciprocated energy, no romance. Cool. You either do two things in my book. Find somebody else that's gonna give you that romance, or if you happen to go on another date, that is not a romantic date. That is a date where you read what's going on. If all she's doing is things like on her phone and only wants you to pay, you then pay for your food and you part ways. I'm not saying just leave her on a date, but that's when you pay for your food and you let her do her thing. You got the money. What's wrong with that?
I don't agree with this. I don't
I
agree.
know you don't, because that's what,
Because
see,
I'm like,
you're
why
thinking
can't
you're thinking from a female mind state where
no,
you get to be, look, let me tell you what you're saying. You get to not be sexually attracted to the guy. In your mind, you know you ain't gonna have sex with him. You know, oh shit, he's gonna take me out on dates and I get to go eat some food and I don't have to pay. That you put that in your mind already, that's what you're gonna do, right? So the man read that on the first date. So then the second date, he already knows that that's what he's there for, is for you to feed him, okay, or for him to feed you. And you know that in your brain. Look, hold on. You know that the
hey,
girl knows she's only there to go on Snapchat and Instagram and show her food and be fed. She knows she's not gonna have sex with him. She's not flirting with the guy. She's not doing anything. And we're supposed to say, that's okay. That is not okay.
no.
That is leading somebody on.
Well,
So look, again,
that's the you're
I'm not saying,
scenario.
listen, I'm gonna let you go. Give me 2 more seconds.
Okay.
I'm not saying that the guy not a simp, because I don't do shit like that.
Right.
But I'm here to coach men and teach men not to do that. So you're not gonna sit here and tell me that why would the man do that without holding the woman accountable? Right. Why in the fuck are you going on dates with men you know you're not romantically attracted to? Are you a user? Do you want to extract him out of his resources?
Probably.
Were you just hungry that day? And is his name McDonald's? Because that's what women do. They name men, McDonald's, gas money, Bay, side peak. You know what I'm saying? That's what women do. Which one of those guys? We don't want to be that guy. That's all I'm saying. And women get to make these guys that guy.
Well, you're talking about two different types of scenarios.
No, I'm speaking on what most women do today.
Well, no,
most women do that.
You're speaking of the opportunists. You're speaking of the woman who is an opportunist.
Most women today are opportunists, especially the strong and independent woman.
The strong, independent woman. Well, let me tell you this. I had more women give me backlash over this video than men. I had more women saying, I ain't no bum. I can pay for my own meal. He'd never be able to pay for my meal. I'll pay for his meal. So
are they out here doing that? They could run their mouth all day, but are they out here paying for men's meals?
But I feel like you're saying
no.
So there is a woman out there who's an opportunist who is using women, but there also is a woman out there who has a point to prove that she's not a gold digger. Because guess what? Men are using this trigger word, which is you're a bum if you don't pay for your own. This is a trigger word, because why am I a bum just because
it don't trigger me? It don't trigger me.
No, for women, it's triggering for women. Independent women, independent woman is triggering for a man to call her a bum, because guess what? She's independent. She's always paid for her own food. She's always paid for her own rent.
Ain't nobody calling those strong independent women bums.
No, if you don't pay for your day, it's a setup to me. This is a setup, because I have seen the richest man go with the brokest woman from the hood, the gutter, and take her, because guess what? When he's attracted to you, he doesn't care. Men don't care.
Look, you prove my point.
And this is that becomes your problem. This is where you have to know what you want.
That is called the lack of accountability from women. See,
no, it's
not one time have you held a woman accountable. I'm going to say it one time. Theo Dark says, where the woman at who pay for men meals? I don't know. See, hey, they must be on planet Mars, because they definitely not in my motherfucking city.
Call a woman a bum. Call an independent woman a bum.
So you mean to tell me if I call an independent woman a bum, she gonna show me? She gonna be like, I'm gonna show him. I'm gonna take him out.
Well, you have a
pay for his dinner.
And what's different from you having a point to prove because somebody called you a simp?
I'm asking you a question. a strong independent woman, all I got to do is be like, you a bum. What she's gonna do is she gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna pay for the dinner.
I can pay for my own food. I can pay for yours too, because you just triggered. The
But will she do
same
that? Will she? Okay, but will she pay for my food when I call her a bum?
absolutely, probably. She probably got a point to prove now. You triggered her.
You're lying. No, now you capping.
Wait. But
Now you capping.
wait a minute. The same way men are triggered by being called simps. Y'all
There
are
you
triggered
go.
by being called lame
There you
and simps
go.
paying for the food.
There you go, trying to make it seem like women and men are the same. The
No,
same way. No, it's
what I'm
not the
saying
same
is we
way.
are
It
different,
is not the same way.
but the
It's not the
same
same way.
species.
It is not. It is not
Different
the same way.
species, same species.
It's not the same way.
It's
When
un.
a woman gets, when a man gets shamed, called a bum, simp, whatever, he tries to get better. He tries to prove himself right. When a woman,
He tries to prove a point. If
right,
you
he tries to
if
prove,
you
like I just
if you
said,
saying
and
I'm
he
not paying for women's
listen to what I'm
bills
saying. Listen to
because
what I'm
I
saying.
feel like a simp if she don't look
Listen
me
to what
attractive,
I'm saying.
you're triggered.
Listen,
You're proving a point.
listen. When a man gets called simp, all that, when people beat him up in life, the weak man, shoots up to school, whatever, but that's a minority. You know what I'm saying? A strong man, what he does is he gets on his shit, he goes to the gym, and he levels up. You know what a woman does? She shames the world, she plays victim. And then even in your context, if I were to call a bitch a bum right now, she's just gonna go to the next dude that's gonna pander to her. Ain't no woman gonna try to prove me wrong, like, oh, I'm gonna show him that I ain't no bum. I'm finna pay for his dinner and I'm finna, give him some head to show him. Like, no, that's not
You think
happening.
a woman would? Women have literally kicked men. Well, I can't blame women. I say society because I don't blame women
You
for
see, look, you
having.
ain't gonna blame you
No,
will blame a man, but you'll
let
never
me
blame a
finish. You're
woman
not
for
letting me
nothing.
finish. You're not letting me finish. What I'm saying is I'm not going to blame women for what society put on their shoulders and that they
Nope.
just corrupted themselves into thinking was okay. Because we are all corrupted.
Stop it.
You're corrupted as a man.
Stop it. Stop it.
You're
Stop
corrupted
it.
as a man if you don't
Stop
see
it.
to me.
Stop it. You
To me,
at a point, you ladies have to hold yourself accountable. You
we do.
cannot keep blaming society for your mistakes. You
You
can't
should.
say
You
society
should.
put something on. You can't just say society put something on my shoulders or
Yeah.
society did this to women, so I'm not gonna blame women. Society did not
Yeah.
make black women. Society did not make black women join feminism.
No.
Society
Then
did
who did?
not make black
Then
women
who
become
did?
strong and independent.
Then who did?
Society did not make black women get all these abortions. They
Then who
chose to do
did?
that.
Then who did?
They did.
Who?
The person that chose to do it.
Who? The
The
you mean
black
to tell me?
the woman.
Let me
If
say this.
I'm
You mean to tell me that women decided that I want to raise my child by myself, knowing that a dad is balanced? Because a lot of women have, a lot more women have fathers than we think. So you mean to tell me it was women who was like, get him out the house? You mean to tell me it was men who was like, I ain't helping her. I ain't providing for her. I ain't providing for my family. I ain't marrying the woman who had my child. You think that was us, or was that society who?
during the late 60s and the early 1970s,
Yeah,
black men and black women were going through civil rights, et cetera, et cetera. And before that, white women were fighting for equal rights that white men and white women had.
yeah.
Black men and black women didn't have these rights.
We didn't want them.
Guess what black women did? Black women joined forces with white women. Okay? And what did they do? They hold on. Let's go there because you want to go there. We're
Let's
gonna go
go
there.
there. Absolutely.
Black women joined forces with white women, and they coincided with feminism, something that had nothing to do with them. Feminism was equal rights for the white man and the white woman. The black woman wanted those same rights, and guess what that meant? Separating from the black man because we
Well,
weren't fighting for those rights. We
well,
weren't fighting for no feminine equal rights. We just had to do what we had to do. So
well.
while black women were busy doing that, black men were busy leveling up. We became CEOs,
No,
football players,
no,
movie stars. Yes,
no.
it's evident because
It
it's
was not.
evident.
It was
I
not.
can name it. Jackie Robinson,
Yeah.
Bo Jackson. You know what I'm
No.
saying? Malcolm X. I
Wow.
can name.
But
I can
let's
hold
go.
on. Wait. Give me 2 minutes to cook. I can name a ton of black men. All right. We were fine. The Negro League was created after that. So Jackie Robinson opened the door for a lot of black men to make money off of their skills. Black men were rising. Unemployment was falling in the black community. But guess what black women did?
We were
They
still.
still wanted independence and equality. Why do you think we see Section 8? Why do you think so many women are on Medicare, Medicaid? Why do you think so many women are on abortion and Planned Parenthood? Because that was reserved for white women, white feminism.
Yeah.
They didn't want that. They didn't say, fuck the man in the house. Most of them said, forget this, I'm going to stay in the crib.
Yeah.
Black women actually took over that whole organization.
But do you know
So most black, hold on, I'm telling you the reason, because you said that didn't happen.
no,
Most black women,
that didn't happen, but
most
you're
black
missing a
women,
very key point.
most black women
You're missing a
went
very
into
key
section. Most black women went into Section 8 housing.
mm-mm.
Most black women
Missing a key point.
adopted Planned Parenthood.
Mm-hmm.
Most black women adopted Medicare
Mm-hmm.
because guess what that meant? You didn't need a man.
But hold on.
So today,
Hold
we
on.
still have that.
Wait a minute now. You're missing a very extreme key point. And that's when they shut down a lot of jobs. They put drugs in the black community. The black man was selling them, doing them, and going to jail. That's when black women was like, oh, shoot, we
Nope.
start being independent.
That's
start
cap. Y'all,
this
nope,
out.
that's not
Not
true.
no cap
That's not
behind
true.
this. Go
That's
to
not
any
true.
dollar, watch
That
any
is not
documentary.
true. That
Watch
is
any
not true.
documentary. Watch
That is
any
not true.
documentary. Black
That is
women
not
didn't
true.
start giving up on black men until y'all gave
That's not true.
society
That's
with
cap.
drugs.
That's cap.
It
That's
wasn't
cap.
y'all fault. It wasn't y'all fault. It wasn't y'all fault.
But what I'm
They
calling cap though.
jobs
I'm
that
glad you said. Look, I'm glad you said y'all black women did give up because y'all did give
we
up on
gave
black
up.
men. But
We gave up.
that's cap. Y'all gave up on us far before they brought crack in
No,
the community.
we was still
When they brought the
start.
reason why they were able to bring crack in the community was because of the single mothers raising children.
No.
Okay, that's
You gotta
why.
go watch your documentaries.
That
You gotta go
listen,
watch your
look,
research.
I done
You
did,
gotta
look.
do your
I watched
research.
look. I watch documentaries. I do my
Nothing says it
research.
was the black
I've been
woman's fault. Nothing says the black man's
listen.
fault.
I didn't blame the black woman.
It's
I'm
not
just
the
speaking
black
to
man's
your
fault
point.
either.
I'm
Society.
just speaking. I'm speaking to your point. You were
Yeah.
saying that society put this on women to be this way. No, society didn't.
Yes,
You women chose to go this direction.
after a lot of hurt, abuse.
I don't care. I don't care about your feelings. You guys chose that. I don't look. You see,
Men
we
stop
don't
choosing
look. The
us.
world does not owe
So
you
are
any
you trying
understanding.
to say that men didn't stop choosing black women? Because y'all did. Y'all do. Especially when black men get successful. It is not a hidden secret at all. That's why we're so happy with LeBron. And we're so happy when men stay with them black women that they will.
That's the only black men that y'all see.
But it shouldn't be an anomaly.
You keep going right back into my basket.
An anomaly.
Y'all only see the top 20% of men. So that's why the only example you can give. That's why the only example you can give.
No, I have.
That's why the only example you can give. Hold on, real quick. Let me talk. That's why the only example you can give of a black man who's choosing white women is a LeBron James or one that's rich. Because y'all only see the rich ones. Y'all don't see the diligent ones in the neighborhood who only want.
I have experience.
Generally speaking,
I have experience.
What, okay, but you're arguing for them though.
What I'm not trying to do. Well, once again, this is where we have to stop with that word. We are not arguing because you cannot tell me what it's like to be a woman. I cannot tell you your experience as a man.
Right. But what I'm saying is, I'm not saying this is you're okay. You're debating for them.
Absolutely.
Is that a better word?
Who else could I debate for? Men?
How about you? No, what up? You're not even in their situation, but you're trying to coddle them. Yes. Are you married? How old are you?
I am 33.
Are you married, single, have any kids? Talk to me.
Engaged, been with the same man for 11 years.
Been with the same man for 11 years. Do you have any children?
Yep, 2.
With him, right?
Yep.
So why are you defending women that don't even live like you?
Because what we do is we try to throw them away.
No, we don't.
They're just broken. They're not.
And they broke them. Listen,
they're broken. And so are men.
Look, if we keep thinking like this, like, oh, they're broken, and we keep trying to coddle these women, we are going to continue to lose.
So it's not coddle.
The world does not owe anybody understanding. Okay,
I'm not the world. I like
well, not you. I'm speaking on the women. I'm speaking on the women.
Let me tell you something. The reason why women have always been able to succeed with or without a man, more with a man, we succeed more with men, but we succeed when we stick together. And if I can get women to understand that the man is not your enemy, he is not your opponent, he is not your problem, he is not your problem. Go heal that hurt from your mom, your dad, your family, whoever that is, and go back and respect him. But he has to show respect. What men cannot do is walk around calling women bitches and hoes and expect them to act any differently.
What
Period.
if
Point blank. You can't treat them.
stop choosing the men that call you bitches and hoes.
Well, you just said bitches. I don't think you even meant to do it. It just came fluently.
I know I say it because women have popularized it. Women have normalized the word bitch.
But that's the thing.
So
Ain't there certain things men can say to you? So you'll be disrespectful. If a woman said it, there's certain things we can say to each other that we don't want you saying to us.
but look, you know what that is? That's like a boss complex. We can say this, but we don't want you saying it to us. But too bad. The
We tell
world
white
don't
people
owe
all
you
the time.
understand.
I can
Listen,
call
listen,
myself a
listen.
nigga. Don't you dare call me a nigga. It
No, but
makes
look,
sense.
wait, check it out. Look, what I'm saying is the world don't owe you no
No,
understanding.
no.
If
But
you call yourself a bitch, get ready for somebody else to call yourself a bitch too.
okay.
Point blank. That's how. See, that's what we got to operate from in this world. We operating from feminine energy, so we got a lot of strong and independent women claiming that they're successful
And we
because
got a lot of
you know what I'm saying. Success for a woman and success for a man is two different things. We got a lot of y'all running around here trying to teach the world and teach people how to do things when you haven't been doing things the right way for the longest.
I agree.
I don't know what. See, you said that women are able to succeed without men. What does success look to? Are you telling me real quick? Today, are you telling me that women have Are you telling me that women have risen up today?
Well, that's the thing. What I see as success is family. So I will say women have risen up, yes, in college and working, but they haven't risen up in family. So
Okay, so they don't have success then. So a woman's success is null and void because if that woman can't lock down the family, then her success don't mean nothing to the
men
world.
are not. But if that's the case, then men are not successful in my eyes either. Because what have
You see
y'all?
what I'm saying, guys? You keep comparing men and women.
Yeah,
See, a
but you
successful man is look, a successful man is valuable to the world. A successful woman financially is valuable to herself.
true. I agree. But what are men doing to make sure they are successful for the world? Because if you
What do
leave
you
your
mean? Men are plumbing, men are building roads, men are creating, men are designing, men are protecting, building infrastructure. I can go on and on.
so how many men do you know, and not personally, just know that
I can
actually
tell you personally and I can tell you generally.
who has a trade where they can build, fix, align? Not a lot of men do this. You have a good circle.
You asked me a question. What do you mean not a lot of men do that? How do you think the world is built right now?
Well, what I'm saying is there are men.
You mean to tell me a little bit of men are out here, fixing the roads and building power lines and
We're
just a little
very
small percentage of men are doing that.
but this is the thing. First of all, we have to be very patient. This is the thing that I don't like about black men and black women. So we're not patient. We act like we're not all going through the same mentality of thinking. You got
Hey,
me.
look, you trying to cop out. You trying to cop out. You trying to cop out. We're gonna stick right back.
I
Nope, I'm
agree.
gonna bring you right back, mama.
No,
We're gonna come right back.
no, I'm not copping out. What I'm saying is we equally hold blame in some way or another.
No.
Absolutely.
No.
Absolutely.
Nope.
Absolutely.
But that's the thing, though. You can't prove that.
There's no need for proof. It's in our conversation
What?
right now. You have done nothing to say. Let me tell you this. Farrakhan said, listen. And I'm not a Muslim. But I like people who speak truth. Regardless, I'm not a Muslim, but I like people who speak truth. Farrakhan said, if a nation, you can tell how a nation is crumbling based off of how they treat their woman. You can tell how a nation runs based off of the
That's not
way
what he.
they treat
No,
their woman.
stop it.
That
That's
is
not what he said.
definitely what I'm
going to tell
paraphrasing.
you what he said.
He
I'm
said,
going to tell you what he said.
What he say?
You can, a nation can rise no higher than the woman. Meaning, if your woman is conquered, if your woman is not in order, then that nation can't rise. It ain't about how you treat the woman. It's about how that woman. It's about the order that woman is in. So, okay, you got a lot of white men that don't treat their woman good. So their nation is thriving because they women submit to them. Their women are in order, they're in line. Whereas in the black community, you call it success, but a lot of black women are failing. And the black community is declining because that we can't rise. Our women are not in line with us. It ain't about how we treating them. It ain't about how we treating y'all. It's because you guys are too strong and you guys are too independent.
Well, he must
You
say
guys
it
are
different.
not
He
interdependent.
must say it different on different speeches, because the speech that I heard, he clearly said a nation is based off how you treat its woman. And if y'all treating your woman like shit, y'all ain't gonna be shit. And this is what I'm saying.
Well, guess what? Farrakhan ain't shit.
Said,
it ain't about that.
well,
it
you
ain't
just
about
said
that.
that white man, you just said that white men treat their women no good, but they white women still submit. Y'all want us to submit to being treated like ish? We had, you know what's crazy?
We don't treat y'all like shit.
We did barely. No, I'm not saying
you
you
guys
do.
only deal with black women. Only deal with the top 20% of men.
No, I have.
Okay, look. I can't say it no further. There was a word. Look, TLC made a song about it. I don't want no scrub. A scrub is a guy who can't get no love from me. You guys have spent decades. When black women have spent decades reminding black men that we don't fuck with most of y'all. We only fuck with the ballers and the guys that are businessmen. So you guys only fuck with a small percentage of black men. Y'all don't even know the full of us. Y'all don't even know the whole of us.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so if you agree, so now that you can agree with that, okay, how in the fuck can you sit there and say it's both of us? It ain't both of us. Women are tripping.
Because earlier in my conversation, you remember I said,
listen, it's both of us, but it's mainly on the women. We don't live in a patriarch in the black community. We live in a matriarch, meaning the black woman controls the black community. We don't.
And
Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Controlled by black women. 74% of black children are born out of wedlock under women, controlled by black women. Black men do not control the community.
Do you know? Can I take it? I just want to be a little spiritual, not too much, because I don't know what you believe in. Don't believe in. I ain't gonna bring God in the Christian.
Talk your shit.
But what I'm saying is, do y'all know that? And I'm gonna say this because you keep saying like women is the reason why 74% of the babies is da da da. So I'm like,
I'm telling you facts.
Can I say this? Because that's very a feminist mindset to me. For you to say 74%. It's very feminist for you to say 74% of the women. Wait, let me finish because you got to hear me thoroughly. You said 74% of kids are born to motherless children or single mothers.
74% of children in the black community are born out of wedlock.
On the woman. Let me tell men something. Every man who's listening to this, a woman's womb does nothing without that seed. Our womb, and I'm getting spiritual on you a little bit.
What's your point?
Let me say this, because you're saying that women are the reason it's a matriarch in our communities.
Yes,
our womb, listen, I'm going to say it again because you didn't hear. Our womb does not grow, create, do nothing without the seed of a man. Okay. It can't do anything. It can't produce. I know feminists has been like, women and we're single mothers and we're da-da-da-da-da, which is bullshit to me. Shut that shit up. A woman should not have to do both parts, and she shouldn't want to. That is the most stupidest, foolish thing. I do not like feminists.
But you just said that. You just said earlier, you said that women are doing better and they're with family and stuff like that because they're strong and independent.
Well, you like numbers. It's numbers are saying that women are running and college, most graduated and making more.
No. They're the most enrolled. Y'all not graduating.
Well, yeah,
y'all are getting enrolled.
They're saying most educated. They're using those words. And I said my version of success. That's a lot of black women's version of success. My career path, and if I went to college, mine is family. What kind of wife can you be? What kind of mother can you be? You know, that's success to me, and that's a success for a man to be. What kind of husband are you? What kind of provider are you? What kind of leader are you?
Success for a man is for him to be able to provide.
Period. My auntie says it all the time. Men should have 3 P's: provider, protector, and priest, which in another one is a teacher. This should be his main goals in life.
Well, guess what? When you're a woman that goes to school and say, I don't need a man and get your own money, you're trying to have those same P's. You're trying to provide, protect, and do all that for yourself.
You know what my fiance favorite saying is? Only women who say they don't need a man is one who's never experienced one. Facts. She's never experienced.
Let me read this comment from Theo. He says, I'm a skilled tradesman, and I can show you 100 skilled men on most women, and most women don't watch them. Hey, look, I don't make it up. He follow you.
I don't disagree with you at all. I believe that women look over the the skillsmen. We look
But the
over.
thing is, you said that it was an equal balance, and I was trying to tell you that
No, 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 no. What,
most women don't even see most men. Most women see a small percentage of men.
no, what I was saying was.
So hold on, and that was pertaining to me saying the word bitch. Most men don't call women bitches, but y'all see most men that y'all see call women bitches.
Right. Well, my thing, when I said balance, what I meant was, because you was like, well, you can't say it's his fault, because we don't think the same. So what I was saying is, no, women take fault in what they were supposed to bring to the table. If you don't bring that, you unequal the balance. Men, you have roles you're supposed to bring to the table. If you don't bring it, you interrupt the balance. And that's why
Okay, so
this is not the
let's go
1920s.
there.
Order
Let's go there.
is the same.
Let's go there.
The
We're gonna
order
go there because
is the
we close it. I'm having fun, by the way, but we finna close out
same.
very
Thank you.
soon. But let's go there real quick.
Please.
What should a woman bring to the table?
To me, a woman should bring her femininity, because femininity has wisdom with it. It has self-control. It has
Don't describe femininity. Tell me what a woman should bring to the table.
Femininity. She should bring her accountability to the table. She should bring her love, her sense of care, her wisdom. Because women, we are wisdom. Whether people want to believe it or not, we are wisdom. Hey, I know wise men who will tell you women are wisdom. So
a wise woman is under the direct leadership of a man.
Absolutely. She knows how to bring her femininity. You didn't want me to describe femininity. So I'm trying to say all that goes into
femininity is not wisdom, though.
But let me tell you, okay, let me give you a symbolic place, because it's what I always tell the women. I do women empowerment groups. So I always tell them,
okay,
you are the neck. What is the operations of the neck? The man is, wait, let me finish. The man,
I heard
wait.
That's
The
not,
man is the head. Let me finish. The man is the head. We need him to think and have a vision. We need him to speak for us, but we are the neck. We help him stay a course. We help him stay balanced. We keep, what is the operations of the neck? We keep you on balance. But guess what? Your responsibility, you are the vision, you are the thoughts, you are the voice. So guess what? I can't see. I can only follow. So if you don't have a vision and you can't think for us, don't be mad if she wants to create another head, which my auntie Marcy, like Montier said, is going to create a monster. It's going to create a monster, but this is your role. My role is the functions of the neck. I am the neck, which controls the vertebrae, the neck. You're the head. Look at all you're responsible for. What we hear,
I get
what
you.
we
I
see,
get it.
what we say, what we think. You're responsible for that. But if that's too heavy of a burden for a man, then he needs to understand why a woman is going to feel like she has to create another head, which is going to create a monster in our homes, in our community, in society.
This is the thing, though. I bet that I like that. That's cool. You know, it's nice. You know,
somebody can live without the neck.
Shout out to Kelly.
You do it.
Look, that's pretty cool to say.
Yeah.
But a man can run a full household, okay? Run a full business and take care of people without a wife.
Absolutely.
Okay. And get without that neck, okay?
Adam was in the world.
That help me can ease his mind. Maybe you can cook for him and rub his back. Absolutely. And you know what I'm saying? Make it easier for him to do what he does. But we don't need you guys to survive and do our functions.
Femininity.
Huh?
Femininity.
We you know what we need you for? You know what we need you? We need you to be our helpmeet. We need you for sex.
Absolutely.
We need you for legacy so we can have children.
Period.
And we need you to keep the home. We don't need you to make decisions for us and all that shit. You know. So it's cute. That's cute. That's nice. But a man don't need no woman a man that's a head don't need no woman as a neck to turn it.
But do you?
Now, how do you earn that title, and how are you like that? Is if you a loyal, submissive, feminine, fit, friendly helpmeet that's been there. Right. You don't just get that because that's beige. No, you have to be there.
Okay, so what do you think you have to bring to the table to get that?
I bring it, the provision. That's it. All I got to do is make sure I provide, and I make sure that you on point. I take care of you. See, look, you see,
No, how do you
that's,
have to treat her? Because
I'm not, look, I'm not doing, look, you're
women
not
are
doing
emotional.
nothing.
How you going to treat her?
You're not doing anything for me by coming into my life and being feminine and being to help me. You're not doing a favor.
Wow.
That's not a favor.
No,
That's your role.
But so it's not a favor for you to take care of me then. It's
Okay,
not a
that's
favor
my role.
for you to take.
I never said it was
It's
my favor.
your
See, that's the
role.
thing.
It's
I never
your
said it was a favor.
yeah.
I never said it was a favor. The thing is this. Let's go back. If I'm gonna pay for your date, then I want that natural energy from you too.
Absolutely.
That ain't no favor.
But you
And
might
you ain't gonna get. You're not gonna get my provision if I don't get your pee, your pussy, your affection,
but
your
you may not
romance.
put that out to after the first date. And unfortunately, you may have to go ahead and pay that and be like, I can't mess with her no more. She didn't give me
No,
no,
you don't have to pay that, guys.
good energy. She didn't, have a
Guys, you don't have to pay it, guys. You don't have to pay it.
Well, all I'm saying is, can we both agree that we're not doing each other a favor by me taking my role and you taking your role? We're not doing each other.
That's what I said already.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm the one that said that.
Yeah,
And
that's
your
what
role,
I'm saying.
your role is not
I
your
agree with you.
role. And guess what? And we're gonna put it in context. My role is to be the best man that I could be, and your role is to find the best man and help him out in his life. Meaning,
Right.
you don't fucking you don't turn his neck and turn his head. You be the best woman for that man. You submit to that man. You be feminine, fit, and friendly. You feed that man. You rub that man back. You empty that man balls. That's what that man needs.
And what
all that other shit, we don't give a fuck about that shit, man.
So like you said, we're not the same. So you're like, once again, I said men work out of simplicity. That's all you see. But we're complex. So on the emotional side, how do you plan on making sure I want to cook for you? I want to continue to empty your bowl.
If you don't do it, then I'm going to find somebody I'm going to find somebody who wants to cook for me. See, that's your problem. I'm going to make sure that, hey, you don't want to, all right, cool. She want to cook for me. She gonna be my wife. Well, you ain't gonna be my wife.
I'm asking the wrong question. How do you plan to sustain that? Because we're emotional creatures. You can't just finish your role and expect us to. We got to be treated a certain.
How do I sustain that?
Yeah, how do you?
I don't have to sustain your emotions. If okay, you feeling some type of way one day, so you don't want to cook. You messing up on your end.
So that means what you can do.
I can't not feel like paying bills. I can't not feel like protecting you. I got to do that no matter how I feel. So it's not a man's job to sustain your emotions. No. It's not our job to do that.
It's your responsibility to make sure you're not adding or take away from my happiness or my peace.
That's not listen, it's my responsibility to protect and provide. My responsibility is not to keep a woman happy. Our responsibility as men is not to make you happy.
No, not
our responsibility.
No,
right. Our responsibility is to protect, provide, and maintain life.
So
if you and your feelings, that's on you. I don't have to maintain that for you.
Say this, you literally, and I'm just gonna say this for content. You was like literally, like, we're not 1920s or 1970s no more, but that is exactly the way men thought in 1920s.
When I said that we're not in 1920s anymore. When I said that, what I meant was men shouldn't be treating women like that. We still got to do our traditional shit.
Yeah,
men are still required to protect. Men are required to protect, provide, and do that. That didn't change.
Yeah.
But today, women don't submit. Women are strong and independent. Back in 1920, you guys weren't that way. So when I said that, I meant you guys changed, not us. So yeah, I'm still going to protect and provide, and I'm going to look for a traditional woman. If you don't want to be traditional, that's where you lose at. I don't lose because you don't want to give me head, but you don't want to cook for me because you feeling some type of way.
You help men out a lot, and you said that I'm basically parading for women. You're parading for men as well. So help my women out.
Yes, I am. I'm an advocate for men. Yes.
Help my women out. How do we spot a protector, a provider, and a teacher? How do we spot without dating, without expecting to pay bills, without expecting to pay our lunches and dinners and dates? How do we spot him? Or do he find us? Because I was taught that the man finds his wife. But, a lot of men nowadays thinks that a woman should come and find him. So I'm trying to figure out, how do we help my women out? How they find a protector?
I'm going to help y'all out. Look, and y'all not going to like it. You guys already spotted him.
Huh.
But you have a plethora of options today. So how do you spot him?
Thomas, where's my
Get the fuck out of the goddamn club, delete your social media, and stop being so promiscuous, and you will spot that man. When you give that life up, then you'll spot your man.
I agree.
See, women, you guys want your cake and you want to eat it too. You guys want to be thoughts today, and I'm not you.
No,
I'm
just listening in general.
Not you. So generally speaking, women want to be thoughts and hoes and show their body off and have OnlyFans and sell pussy and go through a cock carousel and go through a whole stage. And then when they're done, they expect a man to just come and swoop them up like they're a virgin or something like that. When you guys stop doing that, that's when you're gonna find your man. Otherwise, you ain't gonna find it, baby. Because you got tons of them in your friend zone. You got tons of them in your DMs. They walk past you every day. They work with you, but you don't want them.
True. I agree with you, because what I have seen is that women, and I know you hate the term society. I know you hate blaming it on society.
I don't hate it. I
feel like society has put emphasis on the drug dealer, emphasis on that man who's a millionaire. So it's
my God.
Look. See, wait. But remember, at one point, it was advertised for your man to have a trade. Like your man working in the factory, your man being a carpenter was like, you got that man, honey. You better keep him. Do what you got to do to keep that man. And it's somewhere they stopped promoting that, and they was like, "Go get you a drug dealer, girl. He got quick money.
They stopped promoting it when fathers left the house. When fathers left the house, women started raising young boys. Yeah. That mom loves that young boy that don't got guidance, but he pick up a gun and he pick up crack and he starts selling dope and he's paying his mama bills. She loved him to death. So she molded herself with that kind of guy. So now you got younger women growing up liking that too.
Yeah.
That started when fathers left the house. Fathers were entrepreneurs.
Why aren't we putting more?
Listen, I'm gonna bring it back to the 60s. Hold on. I'm gonna bring it back to the 60s real quick. We became entrepreneurs.
Right.
We were football players. Right. We were writing books. We were activists, getting paid by the community. Black men and black women didn't want to be with us.
No, black families was holding down
No, black women chose
black
independence.
Families.
You guys have to hold yourself accountable.
We are.
Like you said, a nation cannot rise no further than its woman.
So what exactly do you want me to say that I'm the reason why our single motherhood? You want me to say that I'm the reason why black men are not in the home? You want me to say I'm the reason why we can't rise above what we've been through? I'm the reason why men don't respect women. I'm just asking. I'm not being sarcastic, or I'm really asking, is this what you're asking me to take accountability for?
Well, I'm not saying you, but
I'm speaking for women. I'm speaking for women.
The things that women have allowed through decades and centuries, they have molded in communities. Okay, so the women have allowed this disrespect in the house. Mm-hmm. The women have allowed all this thing. Oh, show a little skin, girl. You got black women that get mad at men for saying, "Hey, why? She got on little shorts in the house. Why don't you put a little dress on her?" You know what a black woman would say? Rapist and this and that.
Yeah,
you feel me? And that's because single mothers are raising them. Women are raising these people to think like this. I'm not telling you that it's 100% women, and I'm not saying that you should blame yourself. But what I'm saying is, where do these children learn everything from? They learn it at home. Learn it at home. Children learn these things at home. And what are most of our homes filled with? Children born out of wedlock. That's been an epidemic since the 70s. That's 52 years ago. So when you have 50 years of nothing but that, I'm strong and independent. I don't need a man. Do you, girl? Raising up boys that sell crack and shit like that. Pookie was created by the black woman. When you got decades and decades and decades of this going on, of course you're gonna have a degenerate society. I'm gonna go back again and say it one more time. Black men do not have the luxury of controlling our community. We don't have that luxury. We don't have that today. Black women absolutely have the luxury of controlling the community 100%.
So are you saying that since we have the luxury of controlling it, we should be like, here, man, y'all take it because we not?
No. What I'm saying is you need to look at your issue, because the first part, when you go to rehab, the first part of rehab, the first tool they use is for you to acknowledge your problem. That's the first thing you do. So when an alcoholic goes to rehab or a crackhead goes to rehab, the first thing they need to get through that motherfucker's head is that they do have a problem. Without that, they're gonna keep doing what they do.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. One of our biggest issues in the black community is what black women are doing.
Right.
Black men have been held
I
accountable. We've been called bums. You black women tell us every day we the lowest in hierarchy. We're not leaders. We're this and that. Y'all already told us what we is.
Right. I agree.
We already know what the fuck we is,
But
quote unquote.
can I
So what
encourage?
about you guys being told what y'all are?
But let me tell you this, I encourage, and this is just me being on some super black history stuff because I feel like it matters, it matters, it matters, it matters. I encourage every black man, black woman to please read the Willie Lynch letters. And I know a lot of people like, why? Because I'm like, they broke us down so long ago that we buried under so much that we blame. We are fighting. Do you realize, not me and you personally, but do you realize we are fighting each other while white women and white men are just building and getting better, richer, and growing?
Yes, I realize
Let me
that.
tell you
Guess
this. Let
what
me
we're
say
gonna
this. Because I'm
Guess what we're gonna
this
waste
is
our
why
time
I'm
doing?
encouraging, but this is why I'm encouraging y'all to read the Willie Lynch letters, because they said we are going to break the black woman and we're gonna make her super independent. We're going to demasculate black men and kick them out of the homes, and we're gonna make sure that she does not need him. And look at us, we are 400 years later, and we still are looking at each other like, no, it's your fault. No, it's your fault. No, you take
And
responsibility.
guess how they did it?
Buried.
Guess how they did it? They
Using
didn't do
the
it through
woman because we're
slavery.
vulnerable.
They
We're
didn't do
vulnerable.
no. Let me tell you how it happened. Because they put whips on our backs. They
Yeah.
segregated us.
Yeah.
They used to hang black people in the neighborhood, and we
Yeah.
still managed to have a black Wall Street. We still managed
Right.
to do our thing.
We wasn't, yeah.
But as soon as we started reading these fucking books and shit like that and listening to them and listening to the manipulation, then we fuck ourselves up. So read that book. I'm gonna keep it real. Read that book, but that's not why we in what we in today.
Well, what
Because
you're saying is,
the book is explaining situations, but we went through these situations and we still were able to thrive.
but this is the
We
thing.
still were able to
But this is
thrive.
the thing. But guess what? Guess what? What happened to Black Wall Street?
It got destroyed.
What happened to every black major town? Because it's not just Black Wall Street. It's like 56 massacre black towns by white people, and all of them led from a black man raping a white woman. They accused a black man in that town of raping a white
You're
woman.
right about that. You're right
But
about
listen,
that. That's true.
again, they kept demasculating y'all. They kept making y'all scared. And black women, they kept making us independent. They kept talking us out of it. Like, why y'all don't need them? Y'all don't need them. Y'all don't. So guess what? That's why I say it's a society thing that we have to.
They didn't make us scared. They just put the battery on our back. Why do you think in front of Malcolm X and Martin Luther King, in front of every mother, why do you think we have gangs today? White black men, they want to put that like black men got more scared. We got the weaker black men. Okay, cool. The politicians and all that. But black men, we had the black community on our back for the longest. We've been getting killed, lynched, shot, all types of shit. And we still do the same thing to this day. I come from a Haitian background. My people come from the Haitian Revolution, so my history goes back to Dessalines. It goes back to Haiti.
Well, I haven't went that far yet. I found that I got Haitian. But my thing is, I'm saying
so what I'm trying to say is, it said that we gained our independence. We gained our independence, and we started giving independence to other cultures.
But guess how much Haiti? But guess what?
But
guess what? Guess how much Haiti still owes for that freedom? And look what it did to their country. What I'm saying is, they know how to. They know how to make us fight for something.
Haiti don't owe nothing for that freedom.
They owe the French or the British like how much? They owe them like billions for being said.
We don't owe nobody shit.
What I'm saying is, you got to do history on that, because they owe a lot of money for that freedom. What I'm saying is, they know how to let us build our.
You have Toussaint Louverture, who was in cahoots with Napoleon, with the Europeans, and he owes them money. Haitians don't owe them motherfuckers.
But Haiti is suffering. Haiti is suffering before. And what I'm saying, I'm not knocking Haiti, because I found that I have Haitian in my blood as well. And I love the whole culture. What I'm saying is that they know how to do is make us feel, they know how to let us be in the fight for it. They know how to let us live in it, and then they know how to snatch it away, to demasculate it, and keep us on that same path. Because what black women and black men don't understand is that we are holding the weight together, and we are buckling underneath it, because we fighting instead of being like, hold your side, I'm gonna hold my side.
We're not holding the weight together. Black women don't.
This time we gotta do it together.
That is not true. Black
But this
women
time
don't
we
want.
gotta do it together.
That is not true.
It's true.
Black
It's true.
black
We're
women
holding it.
black women do not want to get up under the leadership of black men. Black women would rather use government daddy and be partners with black men. And like I said, when y'all submit yourselves to black men and say, you know what,
Absolutely.
these are the leaders of the community, we're gonna just go with them instead of going with we'll be fine. But you
Can I
guys don't, y'all don't want to come up under
can I
our
ask you a
leadership.
question? Have you
Go
saw
ahead.
that video? I'm gonna ask you how you feel about this video. Have you seen the video where the dude is doing a podcast? He was like, "I'm gonna piss a lot of y'all men off." He said, because they was doing like a sports thing, and he said, "I'm asking y'all a question: who's in the sports?" He's like, when the quarterback or the leader of the team, when they lose and they mess up, they blame the quarterback, correct? They blame the leader of the, not the quarterback. I'm just saying who's the leader. I don't know football that well, but it's the leader of the team, right? That's who they blame for the lose. They'll go behind scenes and be like, we got to work with you a little bit more, work with you a little bit more, but you taking this blow. The quarterback takes the blow the most, more than everybody, because he is the leader of the team, right? Don't get me wrong. There's other people.
No.
Hold on. There's other people. I'm just breaking it down the way this man said. There's another black man. He said it, not me. He's about our age.
These
And he,
black men need to stop. They need to get their teaching
and
correct
he
because
said,
that shit
but
is
listen, this is what he said. This is what he said. He said, if we are the leaders and we're saying that if they're the leaders, because black men are supposed to be the leaders of the community. So that's what's supposed to be. I don't know if y'all feel that way or want to be that, but he said,
with
if modern women are,
look
if
how
women are this and women are that, then why aren't men taking some form of responsibility for women? If y'all are the leaders of the community, supposed to be, and women are so out of whack, we so crazy. And I'm just saying what this black man said, it was
no,
not,
that's
I just,
fine. And I'm look,
and he said,
it sound like one of these pandering weak black men. All right. So
why is he,
I'm gonna ask you this
why are
question, right?
black men not taking
I'm gonna ask you
responsibility
this
for their
question.
community?
If we have to be at work at 9 p.m.
Right.
and my car door is open and you don't want to jump in and I just drive off and I go to work and I'm the CEO of that company. You don't want to jump in the car though. I still got to go to work. Are you telling me that just because I'm the CEO, it's my fault that you didn't want to jump in the car
I
and
would
go
have
to
said
work on
no.
time? So
I
what
would
I'm
have
trying to
said
say
no
is
a
this.
few years
So what I'm
ago.
trying to say is this. What I'm trying to say is that let me debunk these weak beta male black men.
I don't think he's
Yeah,
beta.
I'm the
I think he
leader.
was very
But if
alpha.
somebody don't want to get up under my leadership, then I'm not going to pander to that person and keep trying. A nation cannot rise higher than a woman. So
Stacey,
if the women don't want to get in line, how can you then blame a leader when he can't lead something that don't want to be led? We can't keep blaming black. Like we have took all the blame for hundreds of years as black men. We
ooh,
can't keep taping.
I don't
It's so
agree.
common to blame a black man.
I
We
think it's
can't keep
common to
doing that.
blame black people.
No, no,
I
no,
feel
no.
like it's common to blame black people.
No, no, no. It's common to blame the black men. Black women are pandered to. There's affirmative action for you guys.
Yeah.
There's all types of
So,
programs for you.
guys, so
There's
society
you can't even
created.
say anything about a black woman without being shunned today. So stop it.
Well,
Stop it. Black
and I agree with you, but I
and that's
do.
what I'm trying to say. So this is what I mean. That simp, yeah, you like it because you're a woman and he's
No,
gonna
no, no,
tell
no.
you
I
what you.
feel like he's once again. You're going to call him a simp because he's disagreeing.
Yes, because
He
that's
wants to
simple.
take.
Yes, I'm gonna
So,
call.
are you
Yes,
calling him a simp because he
listen,
wants to
listen.
take
See
full
that's the
accountability?
problem. Listen to somebody who wants to
I
lead
feel
and
like
instead
that's
of
real. Are
look,
you mad
listen.
at
No,
somebody
that's
for
not
take
real.
wanting to take?
That
Are
is
you
not.
mad at a
No,
man? Let me ask you this. Let me
no.
ask you
See,
this.
that's the problem. You see the issue right there.
Let me
You
see.
guys,
But I'm trying to respond
we
to you. I'm saying
this.
what I'm saying is, are you calling him a simp because he feels, F it, I'm tired of fighting with y'all. I'm just going to take full responsibility as a man, as a leader of the community. Now, from
That's
here
not
on
what
out,
he's
how do
doing.
we
That's
fix
not what he's
it?
doing. That's not what he's doing.
That's what he gave me.
That's what he
I'm
gave you
tired of
because
fighting
you're
with
a
y'all.
woman and he's pandering to your ears.
It's not
Women like
because
this.
I like Kevin
Women
Samuels.
like look.
I like Kevin
Women like to
Samuels.
hear good things. We
That's
like
nope.
men like to look.
Nope. I
Listen,
like
listen,
Kevin
listen,
Samuels.
listen,
I like
listen,
Kevin
listen.
Samuels' point of views. I like point of views
Men,
like Kevin
listen,
Samuels.
listen, listen.
Not all of it,
Men
but I don't
like
agree
to
with
see.
everything.
Men like to see good things happen. Women like to hear good things. So
Mm,
let me say this. I'm gonna repeat what you said that Beta Simp said. He said men need to hold themselves accountable. If we're supposed to be leaders, we need to just take the whole blame. I beg to differ.
it's
I beg to
accountability.
differ. I beg to differ because if again, If you have women that's saying,
I
I'm
hate to stop
strong,
our conversation, but I have
listen,
my
you cannot lead.
I
Listen,
have no, I'm not trying to interrupt your
go
conversation. I
ahead,
gotta step away for just a second. Literally, I got my big my here, and
go
give
ahead,
me just
go ahead, do your thing, do your
2 seconds,
thing.
please.
So guys, real quick,
I'm working.
you cannot be a leader and then no one wants to be led by you, and it's your fault. That's why men are going their own way and they're going MGTOW.
Do you need?
That's exactly why men are doing that. And then you got weak ass dudes that'll come online saying things
Oh,
like,
sorry, I was on.
"Oh, you supposed to be the strongest black man. Why your
I'm so
woman
sorry.
ain't in line?"
My
It's
bad. My bad.
not a
I had to go
man's
check on.
fault that you didn't get in line. If I told you that we have to go to work at 9 a.m. in the morning and I'm the boss and I don't work the cash register, you can't then say it's your fault because you're the boss and she didn't want to come to work today. What you can say is you need to hire somebody to get the job done. You can't say that
You
he's not a
know,
boss or he's supposed to be the leader. It's his fault. No, he has a bad worker. He
that's
needs to
funny.
replace. Hold on, listen. He has a bad worker. He needs to replace that worker. And if that worker doesn't want to work anymore, maybe he needs to shut his business down and do his own thing. But you cannot blame that leader because workers don't want to come work. It's equivalent to this leadership in the black community. If the black man wants to lead and the black woman is too strong and independent, she got contraceptives and she got, Planned Parenthood, Section 8. She got all types of shit that replaces the man. And she says, you know what? I don't need the man. How the fuck can you then blame the man because she don't want to get up under that man? So that's why I say he's a beta male simp because
Can I say,
he's telling women and weak men what they want to hear. A true leader ain't gonna say nothing like that.
okay, can I tell you this? Okay, so just on the boss thing. Okay, so I was watching this video because I love watching documentaries, videos about anybody with boss leadership roles, da da da. So you might know the white man. He is like a cusser. He don't give a shit. He don't care about professionalism or nothing. But he's like he went from zero to nothing. He's a huge entrepreneur. You might have seen him. And another he does meetings and greetings to act. So people ask because he went from like zero to millionaire, whatever, like short period of time. So he did an interview with this man. This man was like, I'm a entrepreneur. I'm a boss, and I'm a CEO of this company. I own it. He's like, for some reason, I can't get loyal people to come to show to work. They show up for a weekend and they miss. They late, they tardy, they won't come to work. They're just bad workers. You know what he said? That's a reflection of your leadership. So this is what
Okay.
I'm saying. It depends. I can't call him a beta because he said it's a reflection of your leadership. Because what are you doing that most is one thing if one or two people don't want to come to work and be late.
So
But
the
what is
guy.
it that everybody is being late, not showing up, quitting? What's going on with your leadership?
Okay, so all
And
right,
he
so
wasn't talking about women or men. He was just talking
I
about
know, I
leadership.
understand that. I understand that. All right, and I like that. You pushing the envelope, but we can go there. Like we can definitely go there. I'm
Right.
fine with that. All right, so that guy, is his company is thriving now.
Who? Oh, well, the white guy who actually throws the business meetings. He went from zero and now he's like a multi-millionaire
Oh,
entrepreneur.
so he was advising someone that's it's a reflection of your leadership, right? That's
Well,
what he's saying.
the dude was just like, why can't I keep good workers? And he was like, is it just one? Or is it? So he's like, no, everybody I hire, they either late, don't come, leave early, got excuses, and da 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 da. He was like, well, if it was just one, then I'll have to agree that you're just hiring, it's just a bad worker, but he's like, when it's multiple, you have to take a reflection and look at your own leadership.
I got you on that.
Yeah.
I feel you. I feel you on that. Because if I have a business and I'm just straight hiring incompetent workers,
Right.
of course I'm gonna have to look at myself and be like, why the hell do I keep hiring these dummies? I get it. But that still does not put the onus on the black man, because we know what the example we're talking
Right,
about.
right, right, right,
Still
right.
don't put the onus on the black man because we're supposed to be leaders. See, the thing is, where are all the good workers at?
I don't know.
That's what we're saying.
But it's not. But that's what we keep
Because
putting that
guess
good
what?
and
We're
bad
gonna be
word
like
on
that
it.
guy.
It's not about
If
good or bad. It's
if
want
no
and
no no
unwant.
no I'm no I know it's not about good or bad, but
It's
hear me
not.
out. The same way that guy would ask the question, oh, where are all the good workers at? I keep hiring these people, they keep coming late. We are gonna be just like that guy if we take your mind state and that mind state and be like, you know what? We the leader, let's just do it. We don't have good candidates. Black women don't want to be with black men. They don't want to be up under black men for the most part. You are a minority. 1 in 4 black women marry. 1 out of 4 black women marry in the United States. 25% of us, of black women marry. You are a minority. So I get it. You're speaking for them, but you're not speaking from your situation. You
But
actually
I'm
beat the
around
odds.
more single women than I am. But the thing
Right.
about it
Look,
is,
you're around
but let
them,
me ask you
but
this.
you're not
Remember
them.
earlier in the
You
conversation, I
are
said
around
that
them,
women
but
want a
you are
perfect man.
not them.
What do you
Why?
see as a good
This is
woman?
stop. You're around them, but you're not them. Single women keep women
Well, I
single.
was a single.
Stop.
I've
Single
been
women keep
single.
women, huh?
I've been single and felt I was independent,
But
had to take care of myself, and a man couldn't
but
do
you've
not be
been in a
in that mindset.
relationship for 11 years, and you
Yeah,
have a man that proposed to you right now.
yeah.
You did something right.
Mm-hmm.
All
Let's
your
hope.
single friends, they ain't doing nothing right. They ain't doing shit right. And you listening to them and trying to pat them on the back and justify their life, it's not going to help you in your situation.
Well, I'm not really. I'm just trying to be understanding in the situations that we're in, because I even try to
Okay.
understand men. I be wanting to have a class with nothing with men. Like, what can we do? What are we missing?
The
What we
first
not
thing
seeing?
the first thing
So
you need to do is not have a class with men, because you don't need to be teaching men.
I don't want to teach men. I want them to teach me.
Oh, okay. Oh, so
So
you
because
okay, I got you.
because
So
what
what
I'm
you need to
saying is,
do, you need to join, you need to come with I'm a DM you. I'm a DM you.
but this is what I'm gonna ask you, because remember I said that women are stuck on this perfect man. What do you see as a perfect woman?
First of all, I don't think anybody's perfect,
Well, what
because
I'm just going by that generalized, or
okay,
women look
I
for this.
got you.
You
So
don't fit in that box.
let's go with the word ideal. The ideal man is a protector, a provider, you know what I'm saying, whatever. The ideal woman is a feminine, in the wise words of Kevin Samuels, feminine, fit, and friendly. Okay. Um, Feminine, meaning you're not masculine, you're not trying to be out here like a man, you're not strong and independent. You know what I'm saying? Fit, look good for me. I want to see you looking good because we visual creatures. You know what I'm saying? And friendly. All that attitude and combative nature, arguing with a man, going back and forth, trying to raise your voice and thinking that you're right all the time, thinking with your emotions. Cut that. We need a friendly woman around us, somebody who's going to be agreeable, somebody that's going to more so listen than run her damn mouth. That's what we want around us. And sex, good pussy. We don't want you to be a hoe. We don't want you to be used up.
How
Those are the main things.
how you know if she's used up?
We would
You know, you know,
we
because we can lie.
we
We
yeah,
can.
well we do, yeah, they lie, but
But
we
this is what
can't,
I'm saying.
you won't know if a man's used up by
Okay,
his
so
penis,
with those three
but you
things,
can find out if a woman's used up by her vagina.
no, you cannot. A
You
woman
can.
pushes out an 8-pound baby. There is no way a man knows if she is used up or not. I'm so sorry. Some women have walls, some women just don't. They're born that way. And I need men to understand the woman's body before they think they know the woman's body. Please take a class, because it really is a lot of men who like she was loose. It's like
Guys, guys,
we
guys.
eight. You think
Ain't
whose penis is
guys,
bigger than
guys,
an eight
guys.
pound
A
baby?
girl that has sex with only 2 men, her pussy is not going to be the same as a girl that has sex with 10 men.
Whose penis? 10 men's penis ain't an 8-pound baby.
I'm just saying, listen,
A 5-pound baby.
but that's not the point in
That's the
case.
only point.
Well,
Y'all don't
if you
understand.
had a baby,
Let
that's
me tell
even
y'all
like that's
something.
even worse. Men we don't
You
want you
know
to
how
date.
you
We want
said,
look, if you have a baby, if you had a baby like that, you're pushing the envelope now. I don't want no woman with kids.
oh, that's fine. Well, that's different. Well, that's different then.
Yeah, that's different.
But
Now you
my
speaking on
thing
men
is,
that
I
want to
feel
deal with
like
women with
the
kids.
same way women, like you said, and I agree with you, women adopted that white woman mentality of feminism, if your man be independent. A lot of black men has adopted that misogynist white man's attitude
No, we
because
didn't. No, we
a
didn't.
lot,
Stop it.
yes,
No, we didn't.
absolutely. So how you,
You know what?
y'all
Let
don't
me
feel
ask you
like
this.
y'all are
What is
in.
misogyny? Hold on. Before we get out, what does misogyny mean? Define that word for me
I
right now.
know.
Don't look at it.
I mean, I know that it is a man. I feel like it means a man who thinks he's better and higher, and a higher sense of a power than women, and a higher sense than women. They think they're above women.
All right. But I'm not going to define it. You just showed that you don't know the definition, but I'm about to get you right now. Do women typically want men that are equal to them or men that are uh, better than them in certain qualities? For instance, I'm gonna ask you this question generally: does a woman want a man that's her height or taller than her?
Well, again, I don't. That one is tricky, because then
Come on, man,
you gonna
stop
ask
it.
me to go to a smaller amount of women who's gonna say all women want their men to be tall, which I feel like that is BS.
On a general
That's a
standpoint,
small
on a
amount of women.
general standpoint, if you ask a woman, how tall do you want your man? Will she say
Oh,
my height
taller.
or
You're just saying
taller?
taller in general. You're not saying like 6 foot.
Let's stop.
Okay,
Let's
taller.
stop with so okay. So she would want him taller, right?
Yeah, in general. Yeah.
Would she want him to make more money?
Yeah. For the most part, yeah.
Yes, yes,
So
because
that
she
means
wants a
you're above
provider,
her.
correct?
Money makes you above her.
I'm asking you certain questions.
Okay, I'm just saying.
So just
You
answer
asked me
them.
to give
So
you the.
let's go back. Does a woman want a man taller than her?
Sure. Yeah.
Does a woman want a man that makes more money than her?
Yes.
Does a woman want a man that can protect her?
Yes.
And a protector is somebody who's stronger and physically more able to do things than you, right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that make you a better than somebody in a sense?
No. It's a
Guys,
role.
you can't make it up. You
It's a
can't.
role. It's
You
a
can't
role.
make
It
it
doesn't
up.
make you better.
No,
It's
it's
a
not.
role.
Yeah,
Am I
it's a
better than
role,
you
but
that I can birth a
I
child?
understand it's a role,
I
but
have
it's
a.
why do you think we have WNBA and NBA?
Absolutely.
Both
I
of
agree
y'all
with
have the
both of
same
them.
role. Both of y'all have the same role. Both of y'all are shooting the basketball in the hoop.
Absolutely.
But the reason why they separated is because a man is stronger than a woman naturally.
Does that make?
A man is better than a woman in that
I
area.
think. Well, maybe I'm just.
Naturally.
Maybe it's just the word better. That's like I'm like no.
What but I'm gonna keep using it. Is a man better than a woman when it comes to basketball?
I think women are good at
General,
basketball
let's
against
go.
women.
We're not gonna
I
go.
think
I
men are
know this
better
person.
against men than basketball.
Generally, are most men better than women in basketball?
If they play together, absolutely.
If you put the WNBA in the NBA, would these men terrorize these women?
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so would that mean that they're better than them in basketball?
I mean, if that's how you want to see it, I don't see it as better.
I'm asking you to define
Maybe
what
it's the
better means
word.
then.
What I'm saying is maybe it's the word better that you're using
If I can beat
versus.
you, I'm better than you.
Okay. But why are you able to beat me?
Because I have more power than you. I'm stronger than you. I'm more physical than you.
Okay, so you're more physically endowed than me.
Yes.
Okay, so that makes you okay. So you're not saying I don't. The better word is like I don't understand the better word.
Like I said, I'm better than you in basketball.
Right.
I'm better than you at working.
But you
I'm
don't
better
feel
than you at
like
protect. I'm better than you at protecting.
okay. So you know what? I don't like when women say that they're strong and independent. I hate that. I hate when women use that, and I do not like when men say things like "I'm more," because it's like, why do we have to say these?
When a woman says she's strong and
I don't
independent,
like it.
that's cool. That's good for
I
her.
do not like
When a man says that I'm strong and I'm better than women, that's good for the family.
Yeah, he's better than women. I don't get it.
Well, I'm not better than women in the sense like, oh, generally speaking, we're better than women at certain things. I'm better than you
And
at
women,
lifting bricks.
but
I'm better than you at
and
basketball.
I can say that
I'm better than you at
and
I
I
don't
can
know
say
making money.
but I
You know
can
what I'm
say
saying?
I'm better at you than teaching children because some people
Yes, you
feel
are.
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
It's like
That's
I
why I
birth
need you to have my
children.
children so you can teach them.
Yeah.
Duh,
But you
you are
can't
better because what see, I'm not as I'm we're not mad at y'all standards. We know y'all better, but whenever we try to tell y'all what we better,
yeah.
it's offensive to y'all work because y'all think we're so equal. Y'all think it's the same shit. We
Well, I think
understand that we're
it's
not equal.
because
Women think it's the equal thing. So it's like when I say I can do this better than you, it's like, no, well, why would you say that? I'm saying it because I'm
well,
physically stronger than you.
and this goes back to my argument, even though you didn't like the fact that I didn't necessarily have the direct definition of misogynist. It goes back to if I adapted the
No,
white
no, no, you didn't. No,
mindset,
I didn't.
y'all adapted the
You
white
did
man's.
not have the definition, ma'am. You did not have the
And that's why I
definition.
say
That
I
don't
know
mean
you
to
didn't
say you
like the
don't
fact that
know.
I didn't have that definition, but it still says that y'all adopted the white man's ways the same way we
No,
adopted
we
the
did
white
not.
woman's
No,
ways.
we did
And
not.
that's
No,
why
we
when I
have
finish, can
not.
I finish? That's why when y'all say better, we get triggered. Like, what do you mean better? Because we adapted them white woman's ways when we joined they movement.
That's cap. That's
I
cap.
don't think so.
God,
So you mean to tell me
that's
being in this
cap,
country for 400, so being under a people for 400 plus years, you don't think that you adapted none of their ways?
ma'am. Of
That's
course,
not even
we speak. Look, ma'am.
psychological.
You see, you're playing semantics right now.
I'm
That's what you're
playing.
doing.
No,
You're
I'm playing.
playing semantics. Yes, we adopted their ways. We wear jeans and t-shirts like them. That's not a black man thing. That's our black. We speak English like them.
Yeah.
We got their mannerisms,
You
and we.
think you didn't adapt a
Oh
mentality?
no,
That's wild.
White men and black men, we don't think the same. We don't even naturally think the same.
I know that we don't, because I always say that black people have a soul, and I don't feel like a lot of white people do. No offense. I ain't racist, is truth based off of what I see, history and present. But what I'm saying is, I feel like black people have a soul. Black men have a soul, but I also feel like y'all adapted somewhat of their mentality because.
Let's go. Look. We pushing the envelope too far. I'm finna go back to your original thing, saying that you using that word misogyny. You clearly say you don't know what it means. I'm going to tell you what it means. Misogyny is to have the contempt or hatred against women. And that's what you just accused black men of.
Black men, some black men have hatred towards black women because of their mothers. But we're not going to talk about that because that's pushing the envelope way off subject. But a lot of black men hate black women.
You see how every time I give you a definition or a scenario, you keep pushing it back to the black man?
Yeah, you gave me the definition.
Hold on, sister, slow down. No matter what I said today, you kept pushing it to the black man. But I find it funny that you said you were advocate for your sisters, and even at one point you was like, no, I don't want to throw them under the bus.
I didn't say I was throwing on the bus. I'm okay with throwing them under the bus.
But you said that though. You didn't want. Every time I try to hold women accountable, you keep saying, but black men this and that. And then you said black men hate. And then you said black men hate women because of their mothers.
No.
Further proving
some.
Not all, but some.
Yeah.
Further proving my point. Further proving my point. They hate women because they were raised by one.
Yeah. So
still an issue with women. That's still a woman problem. Y'all need to start raising better sons.
Where's daddy?
You guys don't want him in the house. Y'all strong and independent.
He ain't got to be in the house. Where's daddy?
He don't got y'all hear that, guys?
I want him in the house.
That's mentality of the black woman.
If she kicks you out,
yes,
you
he
just
do
done?
got to be in the house.
Yes, of course. That's my form of success. So of course he has to be in the house. But if she's putting you out,
that is not your form of success. It's not about you. It's not about you, black woman. It's not about your form of success. It's about that child.
Yeah.
It ain't about you.
So
look how you snuck that in. You said that's your form of success. It's not about you. It's about that child.
Well, you saying that he belongs in the house, and I'm no. What I'm saying is
the daddy don't got to be in the house. It's
so why is he leaving his child? And so she's kicking him out the house. She's not making it comfortable for him. She's telling him she don't need him. Why is he not taking his child? Take your child. And I don't want to say that because the system makes it very hard for y'all. So it's hard to say that, but we're debating. So
if he takes his child, he's going to go to jail for kidnapping.
Well, that's what I just said.
Because in today's society, they give 90% of primary custody to women, whether they're competent or not.
Well, we know that. That's why I said that's hard to say.
If you know that, then how the heck are you going to sit there and say, well, take the child, when you know for a fact, if he take the child, that's going to be considered kidnapping?
But I know so many men, and not nobody I'm close to. I know a lot of men who just be like, I'm not even going to try to fight. I'm not even going to try to take you to court. But I know many men who went to court. Like, I don't care. I hate to bring the system into this, but if you're going to take my child, I'm not allowing you to raise my son, my daughter without me. So I'm going to fight you. At least if I do.
Guess what? Them men go 3, 4, 5 years.
But guess what? They can always tell me, child, I fought for you. 3, 4,
5 years, spending thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars.
It's a hard job.
On the other side.
And it sucks.
I find it so funny. I find it so funny that you don't want to look at the issue on the woman's end. You just want the man.
You haven't looked at the issue at the man's end.
Check it out. It's like the man got a weight tied to his leg and he's in the Pacific Ocean. So instead of you wanting someone to chop that rope, that brick off of his leg, you telling that man he need to be strong enough to swim to the surface.
We drown with you.
No.
We drown with you.
Let me cook. Because you got all these women putting these men on child support, and the solution is for that man to go through hell, stress, waste his money, get percentages of his savings taken out, not be able to live the life he wants. While that woman is living the life she wants to, you mean to tell me that your argument here is for that man to go to court and fight?
I'm saying if that's your only option,
that is what's going to fix our family dynamic.
No, absolutely not. I don't believe in child support. I don't believe in the contract. I don't believe in none of that.
That is the
But if this is where we are,
what? No, I don't. We here because of women. So now that we know that we here, and we know who's causing it, what is going to fix the family dynamic on a woman's part?
The woman needs to know that the man is not going to leave her if she decides to go back to what she was. Period. Point blank.
What the hell does that mean?
It means exactly what I said. If we decide
That
to
didn't make
turn,
no sense.
if we decide to turn our back on our independence, if we decide to turn our back on what society has told us what we needed to do against y'all, and yes, I'm saying society because society is needed to be said. If we decide to go up
No
against the system,
accountability, guys. You're gonna
can I
blame
finish?
everything but
Can you not let
yourself.
me finish? If we decide to go up against a system that's against you, because that's really what it's about, going up against a system that protects us but is against you. If we say we're going to push all of that out the way, if we decide that enough is enough, we are tired of downing y'all, we tired of y'all not being in the homes, we tired of y'all not having the leadership, we tired of doing it, we are overwhelmed, it's too much for us, we are killing our children. We
Yep.
are imprisoning our children because we
Yes,
don't know
y'all are.
what the F we are doing. When these boys hit 11 years old, we have no clue what to do. Our daughters are being promiscuous because their dads are not around to show them what it's like to be loved. So if we turn our back on all of what we have now, will y'all stand firm with us as well? Because y'all are not guiltless. As much as you think that I'm just
Do
saying,
y'all see
man,
that, guys?
man,
Do
man,
y'all see
man.
that, guys? Do y'all see that?
That's going to be the
Do
argument.
y'all see that,
Let's
guys?
be clear. The
I
debate is
asked her a
always going to be the
specific
woman is
question.
always going to come back to what the
No,
black man
no,
said.
no.
That's going to be the debate. But it
I
is what it is.
I
Y'all are
asked her
not
a
guiltless.
specific.
So
I
what I'm
asked you a
saying,
specific question. I
and I
said,
answered it
hold
specifically.
on, ma'am. Hold on.
Yeah.
I asked you on because we already kicked the man's ass already. We already kicked the man's ass.
Why do
I
you not
asked
think the
you.
woman was there getting kicked with you?
I said, look, this is what I said. I asked you on the woman's part, what do you guys need to do?
Oh, my bad.
So that, like I was saying,
Oh, there we go.
I specifically asked you about
Okay,
what can
well, can
women
we say
do.
all I said and
Hold
then
on,
make the guiltless
mama.
part
What you
off?
got to do? You got to slow down. You got to slow down.
I'm
I
saying.
specifically asked you what the woman can do, and you answered with a question. If we do this, then are y'all gonna get in line with us?
No.
Ain't no if we do nothing.
Okay.
You guys need to do it regardless.
No, we can't because we'll be left unprotected. We cannot
You
we
can't
cannot
make it
give
up,
up
God,
all
and that's
we
the black
have and
community.
be
That's the
left
black.
unprotected. No, I don't
And
agree
she
with you.
wants somebody, and not
Nope.
she, but in the black. See, that's the mentality of the black woman. See, they don't want to hold their roles, right? Because they're too scared.
We're
But what
terrified.
they're doing
We
is
were raped and beaten
perpetuating.
while y'all was whipped and beaten.
Listen to what I'm saying. Listen,
We
what you just said. I'm gonna break down what you just said, nice and cut.
Yeah.
Y'all don't want to hold your roles unless y'all are secure.
Yeah.
And what that has done is it's created strong and independent black women who's having children out of wedlock, and they're raising incompetent children.
Right.
So based off of that logic, y'all gonna keep raising incompetent children until something makes you feel like you want to change your mind. AKA the black man needs to be Superman for me to turn around and be like, you know what? Now I'm gonna submit. Now I'm gonna play my God-given role. Now I'm gonna do what I'm supposed to do.
I don't feel like y'all could be our Superman.
But that's what you just said, because
talking.
I just clearly said you women need to be like that naturally, and you said no because we're not going to feel protected. Well, guess what?
We won't. No, I didn't say we
Well,
won't
guess
feel.
what?
We won't.
Well, guess
be
what?
protected.
Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? You are in a great position, but in the wise words of Kevin Samuels, buy a dog and die alone.
Who?
Women that think like that. Women that think like that. Buy your dog and
So
die alone. And what you're
I
doing,
love, I
you're
appreciate
teaching
Kevin
women
Samuel's
how to
opinion
buy.
so much. I really did.
You're teaching women how to buy dogs and
No,
die
I'm
alone.
not. I'm trying to show women what happens if we don't pull it together, if men don't pull it together, our children are going to keep.
No, stop
Our
speaking for
children are
men.
going
I
to
need you to
prison.
stop speaking for men.
I'm speaking for
The only
humans.
man you can speak for is your husband right
No,
now, or
humans.
your
I'm
fiance.
speaking for humans because at the end of the
You
day,
cannot speak for men.
man was created for woman, woman was created for men. And if we don't
No,
understand
we
that,
wasn't created for you guys. That's where you got it twisted at.
oh,
That's where you got it twisted.
well, God gave us
Man was
y'all for a
created
reason.
to till the earth and be fruitful
So
and
what
have
did he
dominion.
create the woman for?
Women were created to be a helpmeet for men.
Okay.
That's how that goes.
So
We weren't
men weren't.
created for y'all. Y'all was created for us.
Okay, we were created for exactly.
We wasn't created
Men
for
were
you.
created.
You were created for me.
Okay. Okay, so why am I not your responsibility then?
I'm say that again.
Why am I not your responsibility then?
Who said you're not my responsibility?
I'm
What are you
saying
talking about?
you have every time I say, well, men gotta meet us half, men gotta bring it too. You're like, you always say, and it's like in a debate, it's
Because
always
we don't have to meet y'all half. Y'all have to submit to us. We don't have to go to y'all and meet y'all halfway and do all this crap that y'all want us to do.
well,
Because
leave us
look
out
where we
there.
at. Look what meeting y'all halfway, pandering to y'all got us. We've been fighting for y'all for the longest. And we not getting because y'all too strong and independent. Y'all want us to bow down to y'all, and y'all want us to go with y'all want us to go with y'all program. Meet us halfway. Ain't no such thing as meeting a woman halfway. You on our program. You guys are on our program. You guys are our helpmeets. You guys submit to us. So until you guys get on our program, it's gonna be in shambles. We're not meeting y'all halfway. It's either our way or the highway, or this life we living in today. 74% of children born under wedlock, gangsters, drugs, killing each other, going to prison. Girls on stripper poles. Girls don't even know how to fucking live. Girls having 15, 20 boyfriends. They got their mamas and their grandmamas tell them, show a little skin, he gonna get you this dinner. You don't gotta do nothing for him. You know what I'm saying? That's what y'all get taught.
Mm-hmm.
Men keep daughters off stripping poles and sons out of jail cells. You women are here to nurture the kids. Y'all here to, feed them the bottle and do that. But when that child is old enough, girl or boy, it's up to the father to raise that child.
I agree.
Because y'all lead them to destruction.
I agree.
So again, until y'all get up under a man's leadership, it's a wrap for the black community.
Well,
and we're not men. We can survive without y'all. The only thing we're not gonna do is have children, but we can survive without y'all.
But
I wonder how long y'all can survive.
For how
As
long?
strong as independent
Or
as y'all
how
is.
y'all will be extinct. For how long can y'all survive without?
Hey, look. I'd rather be extinct than deal with a society that we got going on right now.
I mean, it's gonna be extinct anyway. That's the thing. So my thing is,
and guess whose fault it's gonna be? Y'all fault.
Oh, I hope that's the truth. Because I'm not denying that it's our fault. I just hope that that's the truth.
Women control access to sex, and you guys are the gatekeepers to legacy.
Y'all control this though.
Women
control.
We can't talk at the same time. Women control access to sex. You guys have to allow the right man in your womb. You guys also control access to legacy, because without you, children don't get born, which is why I say women are the gatekeepers to humanity. All right. So if y'all motherfucking asses are gonna sit here and try to make it an equal thing, see, that's what we're not equal.
It's not equal.
A man can't have a baby. So we
need
y'all to have a baby. So if you got women that don't want to get up under our program, guess what happens to society? We go extinct. And guess what? You women don't even got it in your brain to say, God damn it, you know what? That is detrimental. That is going to be a bad thing, that we're not up under these guys. We're not, mating with the right guys. We want them to meet us halfway. And if they don't meet us halfway, then we're just going to do what we want to do. They do what they want to do. That's not good for. You would think that woman would say that ain't good for society. Let's do the godly thing and let's try to sustain life. No, women would rather us go extinct than for y'all to just come up under a man and do what we do. We don't meet you halfway. You submit to the correct man.
Where are these? Okay, so in women's defense, where are the men that these women can get up under?
You guys don't want them. They in your friend zone. They in your DMs. They walk past you every day. They take you out to lunches and dinners, and they're not good enough for you.
I feel like you're talking about a more smaller percentage women than the bigger.
No, I'm speaking on majority of women.
Majority women want a man. Majority women want a man. Don't you go down your timeline?
Look, ma'am, I didn't say they don't want men. You asked me where are these suitable men. You women, not you, but women are not looking for these guys. 80% of women are only looking at 20% of men. It's called hypergamy. They only look at a man for a lifestyle and what he can do for them. Yeah, he makes $50K a year. Yeah, his credit is decent. Yeah, he got a car. Yeah, he got a house. Yeah, he said I could come up under his leadership and I don't have to pay nothing, just submit to him. But I deserve better. I'm not going to submit to him because he only makes $50K a year. I want a man that makes $100K a year. And you know what you do? You mitigate that. So instead of you seeing all the suitable men, you're only seeing 30 men, 50 men. You guys, you do this. We don't do it. Stop trying to say where the good men at. You guys don't want good men. Have you ever heard the term good guys finish last? Don't you always hear women all day saying, oh, I hate a nice guy. Nice guys are boring. Oh, all the toxic pookies.
That's so whack.
You know, or I don't know why. You know what I'm saying? They'll even put a TikTok up saying, oh, all my friends are telling me not to deal with him, but as soon as he called, I'm getting ready to go pack up and go.
That got to be 25 and younger. That's no way.
No. 25. No,
25 and younger. Ain't nowhere in the world 30 plus is talking like crazy like that.
Listen. I don't care if it's 25 or younger, this or younger, that or younger. It happens. We're not. So when you ask me the question, where the good men at? You guys see them from the ages 16 through 25. That's 9 years. You had 9 years to look for a good man, and you can't find them. That's on you, ma'am.
Is
it? It's on you.
Wow.
What women say? Oh, girls just want to have fun. Girl, you young, live your life. You still got to find yourself. Oh, I'm young. You know, I got to explore myself. And then as soon as they pass 25, they hit 30 years old. You ask the woman, well, why did you spend, the ages 16 through 25 just riding the cop carousel, having sex, falling in love with the pookies and shit like that? Why did you do that? I was young. I had to explore myself. I'm a young woman, this and that. Are you telling me that it's a man's fault because most women are doing that? That's our fault? Most of y'all are doing that?
No.
Okay, so if most of y'all are doing that, then where the hell is the good woman at?
But once again, I never said a good man.
But you better answer that question.
No, I never said good man, though. I just said we're the man that we can get up underneath.
Well, I'm asking that. Where's your woman at?
I don't know what you see as a good woman. Because I have different categories of good women.
I broke it down perfectly.
No, you did. What
yes, I did. Feminine, fit, friendly, cooperative.
Well, that's what you see. What if a man is like, well, I like my girl big. I want my girl to be a little masculine. Because once again, it's not good or bad. It's
don't go off of what else. We don't go off of what else. We go off of balance of probability.
Well, that's why I said there's no such thing.
Most likely.
There's no such thing as good and bad.
We go off of what most likely happens.
Now, you just said we couldn't talk at the same time. There's no such thing as good and bad men. There is wants and unwants. Either you want this or you don't want that. It's simple, but you cannot get in your feelings.
So, all right, what is the ideal woman then? We not.
I hope there's none.
We're not going to go to the anecdotal. You're going to.
I hope there is no ideal woman.
Where is the
men?
Good ideal
find women that fit you for where your lifestyle is right now. Stop looking for an ideal woman. There is no ideal woman. We are not made up ideas in your head. We are real people.
That's why 1 Timothy chapter 2 and 12 says,
he was talking to Timotheans. He didn't say that.
Can I say what I'm saying though?
I know the Bible.
That's fine. I don't care if you know it or not. I don't give a damn if you know it. I don't care if you know it or not.
Women should be quiet.
Timothy, hold on, sister. Let me slow down.
Is somebody coming in?
1 Timothy. That's my boy. That's my boy here. That's my boy.
Okay.
That's why 1 Timothy chapter 2 and 12 says, I suffer a woman not to teach but to learn in silence. See, the Bible is a basic instruction before leaving earth. I don't listen to it for the religion of it. I listen to it for the context. And that context is explaining exactly what's going on right now. When you leave it up to a woman to explain things, they start explaining delusional crap. They start saying things like, oh, well, women are dating today, but it's up to the man to, not pick that bad woman. But what about the woman holding themselves accountable? What about the women that are not doing the good thing out here? Let's hold them accountable too. That's what I'm saying. So,
but why does everybody want to hold women?
That's what I mean.
This is what I'm saying. If we're the weaker vessel,
your whole spiel is trying to pat women on the back.
No, I haven't pat women on the back not one time.
I didn't say you did, but the way that you're doing, because you said earlier, I don't want to throw the woman under the bus. I'm not trying to, this and that. You're trying to coddle the woman a little bit, and we're not doing that. Hold on real quick. So we got We got my boy in the building. Introduce yourself. What you got something to say, boy?
Yeah, man. What's up, man? This is Sauce Bean. I never jumped on your live. I wanted to know what your topic was about, but I pretty get it. It's basically niggas not getting along with each other. So,
No, that's really what. Yeah. So the
Welcome.
topic is. So me and her. It started off with, the strong, independent woman still deserves to be vetted and treated special. And today's day and age, I disagree with that.
The thing is,
that led us to talking
perspective.
about the different roles with men and women, things of that nature.
So my perspective on the situation when it comes to the male and female paradigm right now is that you have these levels and criteria of people that exist, right? You got the people who are creative, you got the people who are stagnant, and then you got the people who are just like putty, like shit you could use for anything, right? What I would stress with a lot of brothers is this: when it comes to these women and you picking these mates, figure out what you want with them first. That's always the main priority. So if you just want to fuck them, be honest with yourself about what you see, right? A lot of chicks really, they designed to be the way they're gonna be, and all we could do is just fuck them or not. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't like. I was hearing the young lady say something about a standard, and any man's standard could be any man. That's all true in a world of no borders and shit, which is the mind.
Yep.
Inside the mind, there's no borders, right? Because you're in a vessel. You're a spiritual entity in a vessel, which is your body, right? Your body, based on who's your mother and your father. We ain't even talking about culture, just variations of DNA and shit, right? Like the way your color is, the way your bone structure, shape, all that shit will shape you into who's gonna fuck with you, right? But then it's up to you, the conscious entity who have a destiny or ambition for something, to pick and choose what you want. I, for one, I don't think black women are ugly, right? But I think they're not suitable for most black men. The reason why is because, quite frankly, they all like your mother. I've never dated a black woman that don't remind me of my mom's. You see what I'm saying? And I think that we at a point where niggas need to just start being frank about how they feel and express things regardless of what women think. Because one of the things is that I'm not going to waste gas talking to this lady, and no disrespect to you, about anything I feel about dating, because one, she's old enough to be probably my older sister or my mother, right? The other thing is, she don't really matter. Most of what we do in the manosphere is really for young girls. A lot of us got daughters that don't even live with us. So we project them so that they could watch these messages and could tell. It's over for black women that's in our age group, bro. So all you're going to end up doing is arguing.
I said it's a debate. It's always going to be a debate.
And that's what I do.
But it's going to be disrespect.
Like I'm defending women and he's defending me.
And you're
Hold on. Let him finish.
See, like, what I came to realize is sometimes they don't even mean disrespect. It's just the way they're meted out mentally.
Right.
We can't go any further.
And I'm going to let you go. Hold on, real quick. I'm going to let you go, sister. And believe me when I say this, you're absolutely correct. I do this to display the argument, to display the battle that you're going to go through trying to make sense about this shit.
Right.
It's a ping-pong match. That's it.
And it never will. So I believe, like, if there's some young person watching this shit right now, understand that if a woman got kids and shit and you trying to break out of your cipher and you a young man, you ain't got no kids, you have every right to disregard women with kids if you want to, right? If a woman got kids, you got way more kids than her. She got one kid, maybe her baby daddy dead. That's the only sanctioned situation I'll involve myself in. But even so, why the nigga dead? Because I deal with spirituality. Bitches can't tell me he died arbitrarily walking down the street. I could look at patterns in the way a woman is in her house and know that she killed that nigga without even knowing she killed him. You get what I'm saying? So it's like you are, we really got to tap into how things is animated. You know, like what makes something the way it is, and then see where we want to go as men and acknowledge that we coming from a holographic matrix that's just repeating itself over and over because we keep mating with the same type of woman over and over and over. and pushing ourselves out the same way in the same situation, you know? So, I mean, yeah.
So Erica,
Hmm?
do you agree with what he just said? It's over for
Well,
most of
I
these
mean,
black
he's on
women.
he's on a more of a spiritual type of line.
Well, all right. So I'm going to ask you this question then:
Yeah.
is it over for most black women that are our age range?
What's your age?
I'm 30.
You're 30 on the dot.
Yeah, I'm 30
And
on
how
the
old
dot.
are you?
Oh, I'm 37.
I feel like desperation has to play a part. Or yes, it is. It is. It's going to start to seem like it's over. A
Start to
desperation.
seem like it.
It's
I've seen women get married.
it
Well,
is,
that's
it's
the
just
thing. I've seen women get married at a older age. So it's like I will say this: desperation and change has to play a role in her, if she has to be willing to put it all on the line, because a lot of men are not going to be okay with a 33, 34, 35, 36, 37
I
for a
think,
woman who has not learned how to be a wife. Then
but
if she doesn't.
but that's the thing though. Like your argument is like comparing a meal, right, to a grain of rice. You know, it's like, oh, I know some women that got old and they got married, so we're supposed to bank on that. I want
Well,
a
I feel
meal.
like all I have is
I
my
don't want a grain of
experiences.
rice.
Well, I feel like it's all I have is my experiences and what I see. That's all I have. So, like I
Okay, I
said,
understand that. I understand.
yeah,
And
it
your
is a
experience, you've been. But the thing is, if that's all you had, you've been with somebody for 11 years. Y'all got children, and that's your fiance.
yeah.
I
But
mean, you're,
there are some people
yeah.
who say that there's some men who say like I should be with him because we have been together for 11 years and we're not married yet. So like I said, it's always everybody what they feel is right and wrong and good and bad and what should we do and what we shouldn't
but
do.
see,
And I
this
didn't
thing
go through
about
the
But
marriage,
I
divorce.
don't see.
this
I
thing
don't
about
deal with what everybody think. I deal with what's right and what's
Yeah,
wrong.
and
I don't
that's why I'm
just
saying.
because 10 people outside are saying, but this and but that. I'm not gonna be like, oh,
Well,
well, this
but
person
that's
said this and
why.
that.
But
I deal with what's right and
but
what's
that's
wrong and what's
yeah.
right
But
and
when you
what's right.
deal, but
And
when you
what? Hold on,
deal,
hold on. Hold on. What's right is the fact that you stuck beside that man's side. That's what's right. I don't care what nobody else saying. That's what we want to dwell on. I don't give a shit that somebody said, oh shit, I know somebody that did this and maybe this and no. You did the
and they
right thing.
married. The
You
thing is,
giving
they not
your fair
married.
shake.
They're not married by book. They're not married by state, but they're married because they have a merged existence. They
Thank you.
literally have a contract, a living contract, which is a child.
Thank you.
I
So
agree.
certain things is not sorted out. We can't even
That's
have
what
an
I'm
argument
with
with
the
the
I
same
other.
agree.
thing. And together for life.
Yeah, but the problem with this conversation is when the majority of people get into the conversation not realizing that there's levels of marriage. There's a state marriage and there's a biochemical marriage. The biochemical marriage is the most supreme one because the biochemical marriage is the thing that either adds on to the value of the woman for a man looking at her or takes away from the value based on what she's attached to. So when you are a man seeking a mate, realistically, you want a woman that's like a blank piece of paper because you're an author, right? You want to be able to write and draw on her. And the thing is, a lot of black men can't do that with these women because we're the ones that have the ambition to create something because we were the underdogs within the social stratus. So the average ambitious black man that most black women are looking for, he don't belong to her. And what she really needs to do is find a man that wants to be controlled, which is the white man. He's been in control so long, he's tired. He wants to be led by femininity. He wants to sit back and have somebody tell him what to do.
Mm,
We don't.
mm.
That's why we the dark skinned niggas. Because we gotta go into his mate, into his females, and reposition her and remake black woman again as she is today.
I agree.
The longer we play this game with each other and try to have these pro-black love relationships, the longer we gonna extend this argument. Because niggas don't belong mating with each other. Most niggas don't even know who their daddy is. And then when you get conscious and they think they woke, they scared to touch 23andMe because they don't want to actually find out that they fucking related on both ends. You see what I'm saying? So niggas will
Yeah.
never actually get to the bottom of this. It'll just be an argument. And niggas like me who gonna make mixed kids, my mixed kids gonna have the knowledge of self. Over time, they might turn white and they're gonna abuse and use niggas because niggas is in the way of progress. And that's just how the cycle plays out.
Yeah, I said it.
And that's just it, man.
That's why I said if
It's the reason why.
it's
You know that?
getting anywhere, because it's
That's what
always
we need
no.
to
I'm a
understand each
woman.
other as
It's always
siblings.
Hold
gonna
on.
be the other woman. Like the
Hold
man.
on. Hold on. What you say, Erica?
I said that's why I was saying earlier in the middle of the debate, like it's always going to be a debate and an argument, regardless if we want it to be or not, because it's always going to seem like I'm defending black women. It's always going to seem like you're just defending black men, and we're not going
Nope.
to get anywhere. It's not going
That's
to
it. Nope.
transgo.
It's not. Look,
It's just going to stay where it's at.
that's not it. That's not it.
I think so.
See, black women, you guys defend each other even with your bullshit.
Mhm.
We just tell it what it's. We instruct and we tell. We're letting y'all know how it's supposed to be. See, we're saying what's supposed to be done, and you guys are saying, expressing your feelings, and you think that's the same thing. That's why you think it's an argument. It's not an argument. It's
Yeah.
not an argument. It's either you listen to what I'm telling you and understand that that's the word, or you just have a combative nature and you want to push the envelope and you want to argue.
Most women
It ain't no
argue.
argument. Listen
Most
to
of
what
them.
the black man is saying and
Most of
take
them
heed to
argue
his
with our
words.
descriptions.
That's it.
Most of them argue with our experiences and our descriptions. It's not like we just like theoretical. They'll come up and they'll be like, "Well, did you hear about this census?" Nah, I'm talking about my experience. Like I fucking had a horrible mother, and every other nigga I know had a horrible mother too. So I'm not sitting here bashing nobody, and I don't need to go to college to get a census from a white man to tell you that my shit is the truth. I could find 10
You know
white
what's
niggas
funny?
from different boroughs and from different states that's going through the same thing, and we don't know each other. We could
You
pull
know
out a
what's
random
funny?
nigga right now and do that.
You know what's funny, fool? Black
Yeah.
women are the biggest ones that ask black, oh, who hurt you? But they
My
won't put
mom
what they
did.
call to their feelings. They always tell people, we went through so much as black women. Well, who hurt you that you went through so much?
Our daddies.
So, but the thing is
Our
Your
this,
mama,
dad
like
probably wasn't even
you're a
there.
big
mama and
hypocrite.
daddy for
Hold on,
black
let me
women.
say this. You gotta be a big hypocrite to have been hurt for 10 years straight, going through nothing but trauma, and then as soon as somebody calls your trauma out, oh, who hurt you? No, ma'am, you're the one that's hurt.
I agree with that. We definitely do be like, who hurt you? I
Like, how the
don't know
hell
why
you
you
gonna ask
talking
somebody
about
who hurt you when you've been hurt
that.
and you know how that feels? That it just shows a selfish nature, that a lot of women have.
So can I ask you this, sir, over here? So earlier in the conversation, I said that we, as black men and black women, I feel like we both got this super heavy boulder on our shoulders, and instead of trying to lift it off, we're fighting each other and just getting weighed under it more and more and more, to we're basically crushing ourselves.
Well, I happen to think that the black woman just don't want to accept that she is the subordinate aspect of our race.
Mm-hmm.
So because she don't want to accept that, it's just never going to happen. Now, even if it was true that she wasn't the subordinate member of our race, then all this unhappiness and unpleasantness means that there's a decadence or a breakdown in her godheadness. So either which way, it goes to say, if you was the goddess, you are a failed god, and if you're not the god, then you need to submit to the who the real god is. And that's just a spiritual thing. In culture now, that translates to, you don't have the ability to look at stones in a desert and tell us what the fuck we could extract out of that. So you don't really have insight.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? You have vibratory sensors. You could feel things out. You could feel like, hey, we could make a life here, but you can't really tell us how we can do it.
That's right.
So I can go in the desert and I can sit there and make a life. And this is what I'm trying to get a lot of black men to realize, is that most of this shit we need in society, we don't need. Like when you arguing with these black women over things, you got to divorce them and give them all the money. Get the fuck out of there. Make them sign a contract. You can't bother me. You can't ask for child support. You can't give them everything, because guess what? The only way to actually prove to these new generations of black women who have been cut off from the legacy of their father to know that the black man is worth something is for us to actually all out neglect them. Don't even entertain arguments, because when you arguing with them, you saying you're valuable enough, and it's like you digging for some shit. You just gotta ignore them and make new black women. I got 4 daughters. One is a pure black one. The other 3 is mixes, right? At some point in my daughter's life, the oldest one, she gonna realize that her sisters are there just in case she fuck up.
Dang.
You get what I'm saying? And you just got.
You don't know the role.
You gotta bypass them. That's the only way they're gonna learn. And how learning for them, this type of learning is not a learning that happens in a lifetime. We keep thinking, because our mothers raised us, a lot of us, right? So we want instant gratification. To build and rebuild the relationship between black women and black men, you have to become their fathers. Yep. But in order to be a black woman's father and control her, you can't make her with a modern day black woman. You have to actually find a woman who's not black and make black women with them.
Point blank.
Because all these black women in America right now, they used to be white 200-300 years ago. Don't let these conscious niggas fool you. That's why they not African, and that's why they don't like African and certain things, because they really just white men's granddaughters.
That's another conversation that we're gonna have.
Our fathers, our black fathers, jumping in them.
Hey, God, that's another live that I need you to jump on. We're gonna talk about that. We definitely gonna talk about that.
I don't agree with everything, but I agree with that.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that.
What you agree with?
I mean, it's fine. I mean, it's fine. I have a black man. I'm not tripping.
So check it out.
I got black kids and a black man. I'm not tripping.
It don't matter what you say, because I'm the sperm man. You just the receiver. You ain't receiving me.
Yeah.
I'm the deliverer, so I'm not delivering nothing.
What I hear this. Can I say this though? Why is it so? And I know y'all about to attack the shit out of me for even saying this, but whatever. But why aren't we met? Okay, because like you said, we have to learn to listen, shut up, be quiet, hear y'all out. Why is it no? I mean, I be going through.
Hold on. Wait. Go ahead and answer your question full out.
I go through so many different type of scholars, men, videos, podcasts, research, documentaries, everything. Nobody sits us. Everybody is going at our necks like, nobody's like, I'm gonna do this one time the nice way. Nobody be like, let me tell you and be clear what I'm trying to say.
Have you ever
if
heard
y'all
the term,
don't learn, it's never sweet. And I get shit's not sweet. It's never sweet.
Let me talk.
Not for modern women.
Bullshit.
Not for modern women.
Fucking
it's not sweet. It's always shut the fuck up. Y'all need to shut the fuck up. Y'all gonna ruin this. Y'all ruin it. It's never like, let me just be 100 with y'all. Y'all come from something that is messing y'all up, that is causing extinction. Why are y'all not understanding? Nothing sweet.
Stop.
And we have no mommies and daddies to tell us how to listen.
First of all, that's a woman's fault.
Absolutely.
Because of what she took. Listen. Why do you think you got the term nice guys finish last?
You think the nice guy was telling us the truth?
Stop it. Why do you think you got the term nice guys finish last? It's not because she just rejected him from sex. She don't even want him looking at her.
Well, no, you missing my point. I wasn't talking.
Hold on.
No, because you're about to go off subject of what my point is. My point is not the nice guy. My point is what he's saying. Why is nobody have a podcast or a live or a leadership role where they're speaking to us like we?
They cannot hear us if both of us are
speaking. Because you're not answering my question. Is what I'm
speaking on female nature.
Well, you're not answering my question.
I'm speaking on female nature.
Okay. What's our nature? Because you can't speak on female nature.
You gonna let me talk? Got it?
Well, no, because I want you to answer my question. You're about to say the nice guy finished last and all that good stuff. What I'm saying is, why isn't anybody?
I'm not about to say all no good stuff. I'm about to say something. If you listen
but can I tell you? Let me repeat my question so you're clear. Why is people in leadership?
Look at the chaos that we got to go through just talking to you.
I want to make sure you understand my question.
You don't have to make sure nothing I'm doing. What you got to do is listen.
Okay, but because you
make sure nothing.
What I'm asking is why is nobody in leadership?
Still can't stop
with some sense.
This is a hypothetical house, right? He's the head of the household, and you the woman in it, and I'm a guest.
And you won't
stop.
So
now what you're doing is you making me not respect him because I'm seeing how his woman is back talking and shit right in front of me.
Okay, but I was.
But you know that work, and that's the whole of
this is the debate.
You don't want to hear it.
But this is a
Nobody
debate.
asked you
By a
to
million people.
use your ears.
But this is a debate.
Okay.
So, but my thing is, leadership.
Oh no,
Why
ain't
is
no but that.
nobody in
You listening.
leadership?
You gonna listen. You gonna listen. You ain't gonna take over the show.
I'm not
You
trying.
gonna
It's not
listen.
my show. I'm not trying. You asked. You
So
let me
you
ask the
gonna
question,
listen and
then
you
you
gonna be
interrupted me.
quiet right now.
Okay.
You are gonna be
See,
quiet.
that's what it is. That's what makes women trigger.
You
Right
see,
there.
we not even now. Now it's a whole nother
That's
problem,
what
guys.
triggers women. Right there.
See, I'm happy. I'm so happy that you're displaying this.
Yeah.
I'm happy that you're displaying this.
I'm not displaying it. I'm not talking to my husband.
You're displaying a lot right
I'm
now.
not talking to my husband. I'm talking to you. So this does not display anything.
Oh, see, you see what I'm saying, right? They don't
But
respect
we know
women.
that your husband can't get a word in. That's what we know. We can tell.
Sometimes. It
Fact.
takes
See,
time.
you look. You showing us how you talk to him. You showing us how you talk to him.
Well, I'm in therapy. I'm
One of
in
the first
therapy.
parts one of the first parts in therapy of your rehabilitation is acknowledging your issue, and right now you're not acknowledging it.
I just acknowledge that I talk over people.
You still going. You still going.
Therapy.
You can't make it up, man. And to answer your question, let's get back to my analogy. There's a reason why nice guys finish last, and it has nothing to do with just dating. It has nothing to do with just sex. It has everything to do with the nature that women have built today. They don't even respect a man if he's nice and kind and sweet. They don't respect him. They don't even want to hear that man's mouth. So he can have all the good things to say. He can teach you and have a conducive message, but he sounds lame and boring and he doesn't get your pussy wet, so you don't want to hear it. There's tons of men that like a woman can ask me all day and all night and ask me, hey, where the good man at? And I will tell you 100,000 times, he is in your friend zone. You pass by him. Good men talk to y'all all the time. Y'all don't listen to them. Y'all don't pick them. Y'all don't choose them. During the stage when y'all 16 through 25, you guys don't see them. Y'all having too much fun. Y'all living your life stage does not consist of a nice man. Y'all don't hear that. For 10 years straight, you don't want to hear it. And then all of a sudden, a nice man's supposed to come in your ear and tell you some nice things. It don't work like that.
Hey, you want to know something too, God? A lot of us men from the age of 16, we really be the ones that be into the love stuff more seriously than the girls.
Of course,
But the media
absolutely.
make
What
it
you
look
talking?
like
Of course.
it's the woman that's always that way, but it's we the ones that be really wanting to have families and stuff.
Right.
Also, most of the syndromes of multiple baby daddyisms and shit that happen in black urban cultures and shit like that people like to complain and talk about us just making kids idly, it really comes from the trauma that our mothers teach us. I'm not even talking about that we experience. Because the teaching comes before the experience. The teaching is what makes you accept the trauma as part of your lifestyle, right?
Mm-hmm.
So once we accept that as men, then that's triggering a default mating system that makes us want to fuck more. You're actually more horny and more sexual the more death people make you feel like you have within your matrix. If you keep seeing dead niggas here, dead niggas in the rap songs, mothers, black women always teaching us about the past because or making us become pro-black because it saves them from the accountability of how they actually have an individual relationship with our dads, right? Pro-blackism helps us give our mothers an excuse. It's like the white man, so that's why she's the way she is, right? Which is true in a sense, but it's not true from the demonized political, social way to look at it. It's really a reproductive thing. Most black women want white men, but they don't know or have the skill or have the temperance to present herself to them, and they get stuck with us, and they want the best of us because they stuck with us. So now they want the biggest dick nigga with the best job and everything, but that nigga ain't trying to mate with you because you are just like his mother. He trying to escape you. So they keep on chasing there. Oh, it's like an Oedipus complex, bro. And they keep on
That's
fucking
true.
looking for niggas that they could mentally son you, but use your body as a man for them to stimulate their body. But spiritually, they're sonning you. The whole relationship is just you being son. Like, for example, this guy that you with, you probably be making him feel like he's your son. So he would never do the thing, which is get married to you in a displayable way, because that's gonna just empower you even more. Like right now he could just leave and go hook up with some other person, and yeah, you might get him on child support, but guess what? He could hook up with somebody else and maybe have a chance to just take the kid from you and live better. But if he marry you right now, the power you have over him is going to be times 10, because not only you yourself look like a woman who could knock a nigga out, but you got friends, you got family, the whole community to basically uplift you in any situation and help you demonize him. Even if you're making up bullshit about this nigga. And he knows that instinctively and probably just directly. But again, he's probably a good father who we don't know he's a good father. So he gotta basically inch it and play it off. You know what I'm saying? The solution to this is not, it's not an end. Oh, black woman, your son.
I could tell she probably run the house.
Of course she run the house.
I don't.
She knows.
I don't work. He's always worked. I've never really worked.
Oh no, I didn't say pay the bills. I said run the house.
Yeah.
Like I'm always here, and I'm over.
He might work. He might pay the bills.
Hey, do I run you?
What? You wear the pants.
He's right here. He listens to everything y'all saying. I don't feel like I run him. I feel like I am a product of black women. You know, absolutely. I don't know. Shut up.
Well,
I don't know how to be quiet.
Can we get him to say that then? Can we get him to say that? Can we get him on live?
Babe.
Give us some clarity, brother. Give me a wink if you need us to.
I feel like I definitely am what he said. I'm a product of black women. I don't know how to be quiet. You know, I'm learning, and I'm 33, and I'm just now trying to learn communication skills. Once again, I wasn't taught these things ever. So I'm going to therapy. I'm trying to learn to be quiet. You know, ADHD, all that kind of crazy
I think you know where you can learn that from? Your husband. Just your man. Listen.
Well, he's a very loud, quiet person.
Practice listening to him.
Yeah. Not easy. Not easy.
You said something earlier. You was like, I'm not your husband and I'm not your fiance. That doesn't give you the right to not give me that honor to respect me as a man as well. You got to respect men generally. Yeah, your husband and your fiance, he gets your honor. But you as a woman, you're supposed to have a certain etiquette towards a man just as well as I'll open the door for a woman and I'll be like, oh, no, I got it now. You need help with the bags? I'm not going to say that's not my girl, so I'm not going to help her out with that.
Well, and that's,
you know what I'm saying?
Something too, God.
The assumption that I was taught these things.
No,
I'm learning these things. This is a learning process. You know,
and
I'm like, oh, my mom wasn't doing it the right way. Oh no, we're generally talking, but I'm saying my mom didn't do it that way. I'm learning to unlearn what I saw to be like that wasn't right, that wasn't okay. But I still have those moments where I'm like, oh shoot, I forgot. Okay, all right.
Go ahead, spill out real quick.
Can I ask you in a professional voice if you could tell us what you're like? If a job interview was calling for you or something, and you pick up the phone. You know how to do the professional voice?
I don't do the professional. I don't like to code switch.
Okay, but when you did code switch, you know how to do that, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
All right. That was the upside down. The real code is that's how you got to be in your house.
Right.
So remember how you used to do that? That's what you need to do at home. And the way you talking right now and shit like that, save that for like when you're on the streets and people trying to holler at you or something. If you're not with your husband, you're walking with your kids or something,
right?
But give him the best. And then what will end up happening, it will really become you because you living with that every day. And he's going to generate more thought processes to help you believe in yourself in that format. And so you will go out and you will just look like that to everybody. And then the other thing is exercise, man, lose some weight. And you're going to make that motherfucker talk more because he going to like looking at you more.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Right now, he happy because we telling him the things that he don't want to tell you all the time because he got to live with you. It's a big difference.
Because she not gonna clean the dishes. She gonna, oh no, I ain't cleaning the dishes tonight.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is he, we are extensions of him.
No, for real, I agree.
So right, so if you understand that we extensions of him, then respect that man. You get what I'm saying?
It's definitely about, like I said, we want truth, believe it or not. We want truth, just how and who is saying it. And I know you like it shouldn't matter. No. I know you saying it shouldn't matter.
I am sorry to cut you off, but you want truth and you can't handle it, which is why you connotated it by saying it's just how and who's saying it. Fuck how, fuck who's saying it. It doesn't matter where the truth comes from. It don't come whether it comes from east, north, west, or south. That's it. You want the truth, but you can't handle it. That's why you say, "Oh, it's how it comes in." Who
Well, no, I'm
says it?
not saying that
No.
truth, it matters, like truth changes. But it, like, you know, like if you got the apocrypha, I read the Bible, all that. God says, does that make sense? That makes sense. Like
I didn't hear
sometimes
you.
truth is
We're
truth
breaking
no
up.
matter
What you
what,
say?
but sometimes it's easier to hear it.
You're babbling, ma'am. It don't make sense at all.
I'm saying what I'm saying is that the truth is truth no matter who tells it, but it's still, you know,
But
and who you're willing to listen to. Am I still messing up?
is where shit comes out of. But is where poop comes out of. There's no but. It's the truth. So just say shit. Thanks, brothers. I appreciate it. And then we would have felt good about you, and then life would have moved on.
That's
And
cool.
then what would happen is you would have got showered with compliments. We would have had a complimentary communication, which would have created inside your mind and your body some endorphins. You would feel real good.
Right.
But you actually stopping it because you keep on trying to control the narrative, and the narrative is not even. It don't matter because there's a truth that's like a stone in front of us, and nothing you could do to. You can't. You could make up a new name for stone, but it will still be the thing that we identify as stone.
Right.
Good breakdown. Good breakdown.
Cool.
She
And
been
you
a good sport. You know, she been a good sport.
now I feel good about you. Now I say something good about you. See, and that's how communication works.
I'm at a point
Motherfuckers be going through life just arguing with people, and all they had to do was just acknowledge the truth, and then the person.
This conversation started off as a debate. So we were debating. So I'm a debater. So I'm like, the way you win a
Yes.
debate is to get the last word. You know, that's how you
No,
you
that's
have the
not
most
how you
points.
win a debate.
Well,
Ma'am.
most
No,
points.
that is not how you win. See,
points.
that's how women. That's
Well, President,
wonderful.
I'm
You
going off
just
of politics.
said that.
I'm going off of politics.
That is so amazing. You just said. I'm happy you said. See that? Why you think when the woman argues with the man in the house and she gets to talk louder, and because she told him and he just said, you know what, I don't want to argue with her no more. She thought she won the debate because she got the last word.
Right.
Ain't no, you don't win no debate because you got the last word. I can
see,
say one thing and you can say 100 things, and I still can win the debate because it's dependent upon truth. It's dependent upon what you can prove, not, okay, damn, he said the last word, so we're going to go on his side. That's not how it works.
Situation is a metaphor because now you got two niggas running a train on you because you belligerent at home and you don't even know that.
My fiance is in here. Please watch your wording. Watch your wording.
Watch your
wording, please. Please watch your wording. Please respect the wording.
Hold on. Wait.
Yeah,
Just for the structure of the show,
when you don't like
taking out of context.
I'm like, hold on now. He's still standing here. Watch your wording,
That's
please.
not the context, though, man. We're not talking like that. We ain't talking like that.
I understand, but come on now, y'all talking respect.
I understand, man.
Thank you.
Can I finish my statement though?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because what you're doing now is you're even exposing more of yourself, and I could show you that you just said he's standing there. So if he wasn't standing there, it would be okay.
No, it wouldn't be. I still would.
Why did you even mention he's standing there?
Because he's standing here. You talking about two niggas running train
I
on
get
you.
it. Look, Farouk,
I'm like, hold on now.
Time out. We as men, remember, I made the statement that we are extensions of him. So by being extensions of him, he already know automatically we ain't trying to fuck you. We just trying to help ourselves.
Well, it wasn't about Sean Fuck. It was about the word.
Man, because by you controlling the narrative, you don't want making it sexual and all this other shit.
I didn't make it.
Hold up. I'm utilizing an expression to make a point, and that point really hit home because you can't stop talking and let me finish the point. Now, the point now is this, right? You got two people talking to you in place of the one person who's there, right? And the reason why that is because you just mentioned how, he's quiet. You see how he's quiet? And the point that the brother up top made is that you not letting knowledge and the truth be supreme. You're constantly trying to put dressing on top of the salad when people just want to eat the plain salad, right? You gotta just relax. Like, look, he's a quiet man simply because in the house because you just don't shut up. And he got the kid with you already, and he's just narrowing it down to what's the best. Let me just hold back, because what could happen? I could keep on talking, and then she'll just never let it up, and I'm by myself. I don't have no social ammunition, so it's just going to get worse. So before I end up sleeping in a car tonight, right, and having another nigga run up in my apartment because I'm absent, because she got time to get distracted and have her make babies with somebody else, and now I got to share my, my only family, because a lot of these baby mothers don't realize you the only fucking family we have. So when we arguing with you and we can't fucking get along with you, we have nobody. So if a nigga go outside in the street and become a bum, you can't even blame that nigga. Because you the queen of his psychological components. Right? So now you just got to learn to shut up, man, and just let the man in the house have the last word, let him have a command. And there's going to be a period where he's not even going to be sure if he should have the last word. Why? Because he's traumatized. Right? It's years. So now, even after this conversation, he might say, "You sure? You sure?" Just shut up and just let him figure it out. Fuck it. Don't even do nothing until he says, "All right, you know what? I'm sure." Learn to just relax, because guess what? His eyes is better than yours. You'll discover that a man's eyes is better than yours. Sometimes you think niggas be doing stupid shit, and you might even have evidence of it. Maybe he made a stupid purchase or whatever. All those things is overlapping because he never got a chance to really use his eyes. You just keep on overlapping him, so he just his consciousness just start finding things to just keep himself busy. Because men be thinking constantly, and that's why we find these things to just not think so hard, so we can just, maybe spend some money at a stripper, buy a video game, and play for hours or something. But if you were somebody that he could work with, you'd have a whole different social experience. I mean, go out more, talk more, make more money. Should be easier. You know how many times I've been in a situation with an ex-girlfriend, a black girlfriend or whatever, and bills come up short, we running out of money, and she freaking out, but we live in New York City, and I know a whole bunch of stuff, how I could wield this, and we don't have to really worry, but they freaking out. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I'm hearing you.
Yeah, so, and men are easy. We like it easy. That's why we invent stuff. Bitches was mad that we couldn't entertain them because they want us to be socially like girls, or like fucking clowns or something. We come up with TV. People who could be the clowns, put the TV there, so now you could leave me to go on and invent some other shit so I could make your life easy. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So the fact that you're inventing shit to make your lives easy means that if shit ain't easy, it's because your ass is in fucking control. Mm-hmm. Get out of the driver's seat. Because you already put yourself with that man, right? You're black. You heard what I said about us not really belonging together. Y'all already there. Maybe y'all should just have an open relationship, because that's another thing a lot of niggas got to learn to do.
That I beg to differ. Maybe on the man side, but not a woman.
Yeah. But I'm saying that's what I mean. I'm not talking about because she's him. It's not like this is the subordinate mindset. This is the subordinate. She's really a part of him. Most women will have fun with whatever men want them to do anyway once it's being done. But y'all be making a presumption about it, so it never gets to that point. And then somewhere in the middle, when you do start it with him, you renege because you got your friends help, and social prowesses and people to prove stuff to. So then you're like, nah, I'm not going to let him move that Puerto Rican girl in here. Well, guess what? That's about his reproduction. It might even really be about the sex. The sex is just the action and all those things. But black men need to put out new sperm on this planet so the people that you think is evil could stop being evil, because there are pieces of us missing and negating parts of us. Right? So we can't just be huddled up with our sisters and our mother the whole fucking time and neglecting the whole planet, and then wondering why people coming back digging up tombs because they don't know nothing about themselves. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You are supposed to be somebody that incubates all the things that he knows, and then you turn it and replicate it into something physical, right? So that's it. All the romantic shit and stuff is really a wash. Lose that part of mind and just literally just let him just narrate your existence at this point. And trust me, it will be better than what you have right now. I guarantee you that. Even if it's killing people, whatever it is, just do it with the nigga with a whole heart, and it will be successful.
Yeah. I'm just I know y'all don't like my whatever, but it's like I'm just appalled that just from that. You
No, you
got
good.
that.
You good. You good.
I mean, I love your breakdown. It's very easy to listen to what you have to say because it makes sense. You're not just going based off of a black man on we all ain't shit type attitude. I like the fact that you go at a place where it's like, let's see what can happen. Let's see
And
what the consequences.
attack the obvious. Attack the obvious. Let me tell you what your
Hold on, guys. We are closing out.
Oh, sorry, my bad, God.
No, I wanted to let you spill, but I definitely do got to close out. This was a very great conversation. Erica,
Yes.
I have you in contact, all right? We're going to be
Cool.
communicating a little bit more.
Okay. I got a
All right,
podcast coming up. I'm in media school right now. That's why I'm in media school right now. So I've definitely got a podcast that'll pop off here soon.
No, beautiful. And you, I'm going to keep it real. You was respectful. It was a real good debate.
Good.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think you got offended.
Not too much.
So just a little bit, okay.
Just a little bit. I gotta be honest.
As a little bit.
Which is the
Offense
point.
is good because it makes you think. When you get offended, it's good because it gets them wheels turning.
And pay attention to how we showering you with a complimentary communication now as a result of how you shifted the energy.
Facts.
And it's that simple. We don't have a choice but to give you complimentary talk. Even if I wouldn't personally mate with you, you're not my type. But you get what I'm saying? I would take care of you. I'd protect you if I see you in the street based on this communication.
Gotcha.
Now you're valuable to me, and I remember your face, your image, and so on. And that's how life works. It's really simple. It's not complex.
I appreciate that. I need you to write a book. Right? Go ahead and do that.
Look, Erica,
yeah.
I'm gonna need you on one of my panels soon. Okay. So I definitely will be DMing you about that.
Okay.
Thank
you for having me, guys. I appreciate it.
All right.
I really do.
Thank y'all for coming on. Thank y'all.
Hey man, thank you, man, and sorry for over talking. You know I got a problem with you. You got a point. You got a point, man.
Good. You good, man. You did your thing.
You definitely did your thing. Thank you again.
Thank you, Spirit.
Don't forget about me. One.
All right.
See y'all.
Take it easy. All right. We'll see y'all back later, guys. It's okay. Let's talk TV, man.
Okay, let's talk.